Fanatic for all of the fast-paced, hard-hitting action.
Listen as the Arizona Rattlers vie for the playoffs and their 7th championship in team history. Arizona Rattlers football, exclusively on your new home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Come to Summit Male Medical Center to take control of your love life and your health. A recent investigation of men with low testosterone showed more than half were diagnosed with depression. That's depressing. 89% of the men in that study had erectile dysfunction, 69% had a low sex drive. Now that is really depressing, but it doesn't have to be that way. Come let Summit Male Medical Center put a smile on your face and your spouse's. Call 480-398-1000 or go to summitmalemedical.com. Come see our all-male medical staff, the most experienced and knowledgeable staff that deals with ED, PE, and low T that you'll find anywhere. We've been in the Valley since 2008, and we've helped tens of thousands of guys and indirectly their loved ones achieve happiness with a healthier life and the newfound ability to rekindle their love life. Don't wait or hesitate. Come get a smile on your face. Get happy. Call Summit Male Medical Center, 480-398-1000, or go to summitmalemedical.com. Kiss the blues away.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100-plus degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at ProCopy. For over 20 years, ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share ProCopy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, you can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at the Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The ProCopy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602-PROCOPY. That's 602-776-2679.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Wednesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Phil in there, we think. He's not talking to us for some reason.
What? I've been talking to you guys.
You haven't said one damn word since you got in here.
Just came walking in, went about your business in the control room behind the glass in there like we didn't even exist.
I think you got mad because we canceled our lunch plans.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. When you get older, Phil, you're going to realize that when somebody cancels plans, it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. When you get older, you love it when people cancel plans.
Oh, you can't? Oh, gee, that's too bad. Okay, bye.
No, trust me. I turned the other cheek and I went right back to sleep.
Yeah, we showed up today. We were going to go get some lunch. And somebody brought some pizza in to the radio station.
Yes, they did. I saw the overspill.
There's still some left.
The remnants of what was. Yeah.
Randy and I looked at each other. We're like, well, we're supposed to go to lunch with Phil. And we looked at the pizza. No. And we looked at each other. We looked at the pizza. And we looked at each other. Yeah. And when I looked back at Randy, he was already eating the piece. He's like, I don't know, maybe we should still go. I'm like, no, I think you've got the right idea. Let's eat this thing. That's what you do.
It was your civic duty, really. You didn't want to have food spillage.
I mean, yeah, I can't just allow I've got to, I have to sacrifice my own body for the and betterment of others.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's some starving children in Africa who would die for that pizza. And
nope,
we're not
me
going to let it
first.
go to waste. Yeah.
You ain't getting nothing, starving children, because I'm closer to it. So I can mail it to you, but probably won't be in very good shape by the time it gets to you.
Yeah.
Well, listen, so we'll go to lunch tomorrow. Stop being a baby. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll work on that.
So, what else is going on? Oh, Navy Brad stopped by today.
Hey, Navy Brad.
go,
All right,
Navy
where's
Brad.
my golf clubs? I'm ready. Where
Locked
they
up
at?
in my office.
Where
It's
they
not
at?
just
Where
you.
What's up?
Big Steve and Chief are
Yeah.
like jackals hovering over those golf clubs. Like, oh, that looks pretty nice. Get back, everybody.
You
And,
mean you let them go through the golf clubs before you allow me to take a gander at them, Jeffco?
they were just sitting there, and I said the same thing to everybody because then they'd be like, "Wow, that's a nice club." I'm like, "Yes, it will be a great club for a needy child." Get away from my office.
They were circling him like hawks, just in the background.
I don't think
More
that's
like
a hawk.
vultures, and that doesn't sound like a hawk or a vulture.
I can do a vulture.
No,
And
that's
vultures
that's,
don't even make
no,
that noise.
No,
You want to hear a raven?
No,
no.
you just like using your tongue, don't you?
That's
Wow.
what they say.
I'll leave that one there. Anyway, so Navy Brad, yes, brought in not one but two sets of golf clubs,
Well, that's nice
and
of them.
he
Yeah.
brought a bag with a bunch of golf balls in it. So this is great. So I think we're now up to 4, maybe 5 sets of golf clubs,
Nice.
and we were working
Well,
with some schools.
Now
to,
you have absolutely no excuse but to go golfing with me, Jeffco. You've got 4
Randy,
clubs
I
in
don't-
your
no,
office
no,
or in your house.
that's not how this works. I
and,
don't use the clubs. Those go to
Right.
needy
Well, they're
children.
supposed to be gently used. If they're not gently used,
Right.
Jeffrey, you're not fulfilling your promise.
Navy Brad has gently used them, and
Do we know that?
it's
Who
not up
needs
to me.
Wow.
Here's what happens when people donate stuff for Arizona Sports Angels. If you want to know more about it, go to arizonasportsangels.org, where we try to help out kids. Sometimes we help out schools themselves, Title I schools, to make sure the kids have stuff for recess. And then we also do individual setups where it's like we make sure a kid gets what he needs to be able to join the team and do that sort of thing. And really, we accept money donations so that we can purchase equipment for the Title I schools. We take new or gently used sporting goods
Mhm.
so that we can put them directly in the hands of the kids who need them the most.
I will donate $100 for 1 complete set of golf clubs.
That's not how this works.
What?
We're not selling the golf club.
I
We're
think you should
giving
have
them
an
to
auction.
But first off, they're worth more than that.
You know what, Randy?
I don't know much about golf, but I do know by the way your like drool is coming down your chin hair that those golf clubs are probably worth more than what you just said.
We
No.
can make ourselves some non-fungible tokens. I'm willing to be a
Sure.
model for them
You go
and sell them.
non-fungible yourself. You can just go fungible yourself all day. I don't care.
We can sell them for the children.
But
Wow.
nobody needs to touch those damn golf clubs. They're going to go right to a kid who wants to
All
join
right.
the golf team but
All right.
doesn't have enough money. All right?
Okay. All right.
But, yeah, it was great. And also Navy Brad, as you know, was in the Navy, and so was my
In
wife.
the
In the
Navy.
Navy.
And he gave me a challenge coin. A challenge coin. The best I understand, they are very fancy, really cool looking coins that you drop down on the counter and somebody has to buy you a drink.
Well, I think so. Can I see
Oh.
your challenge coin?
Yeah, I'm going to
please?
take that home, drop it on the counter, and
Oh,
make my
yeah.
wife get me a beer.
Yeah, that's very cool. Serving around the world with pride.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
told Navy Brad I'm going to give that back to him next
Hmm.
time I see him. I'm going to drop that on the counter and say, "Yeah, get me a drink, buddy."
That's pretty cool. That's a very nice one. I have
Very
a
nice,
few
yeah.
my son has given me. Yeah.
See, I thought it was something if somebody challenges you to a fight, you start by throwing your challenge coin right at the smack dab center of their head.
That is
No.
one way.
No.
And also, the challenge coin will not get you my challenger. It ain't happening. 888-368-1580. Navy Brad's on the text line says, it was great meeting the guys on the best radio show. Well, you also met Steve and
Yeah.
Who
Who you talking
so what
about,
the hell,
Navy Brad?
Who are
Yeah.
you talking about?
And he
Thanks a
didn't
lot.
he didn't get a chance to meet me. So.
I think we just got insulted. Yeah, we'll work that out. First, I do want to say we have a poll up on the Twitterverse I'd like you guys to participate with. And we want to know this. This is one of the things that's kind of interesting when we have an AM station, 1580 AM, and we have an FM, 99.3 FM. And over on the east side, we have a little FM there too, 95.9. We also have the phone app and we have the online stream, 1580fanatic.com, or whatever app you have on your phone for the station.
Mhm.
We just want to know how you listen to the station, presumably with your ears.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
where do you listen? So if you go to the Twitter and just click on something there, I appreciate it. We're just kind of curious at 1580 the Fanatic. And so far, let's see what the results say. 61.5% listen to 99.3 FM.
There you go.
And then it's a mixture of everybody else. So we'll just see how this thing looks here in a little bit when more people have gone there and
All right.
voted on the poll. It's very curious to find out. You know, I'm always curious where people are listening.
Is this the like the morning show has, or do we have like a Bonder's question of the day now?
Put up a poll.
No, it's just I just thought I'd put that there to find out.
The Bonder's question of the day.
No, we don't have any.
We don't have anything like that.
Nothing like that. We don't do that.
Where do you stick your poll?
Well, what? Excuse me.
You know, we should have a stripper poll, a fanatic stripper poll.
Oh boy.
And when we say
boy.
take it to the poll, that's
No.
where we handle all of our arguments like
Hey,
fully grown men.
Phil, I want you to leave the ideas to us.
Yeah.
Because yours are bad. Navy Brad says it was all of you guys, but yeah, Phil was sleeping, so I didn't see him.
Yeah.
Like I said, turn the other cheek.
Fed fan says Randy, Navy Brad fooled us. He said he was bringing the clubs on Thursday.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
had carrots ready to feed his killer rabbits. We
Yep.
could have got those golf clubs.
I know. Listen, that's the way it goes sometimes. But see, look, Navy Brad, that's what he is. He's Navy. You know, he knows. He knows. Don't do the expected. Do the unexpected.
You got to wake up pretty early in the morning to fool a guy trying to donate to kids at charity there, and from the Navy.
I saw Radio Ron sauntering down the walkway here outside the studios.
He's allowed.
Well, I never see Radio Ron during the show. He's generally, huddled up next to a radio speaker, cursing our name and praying that we don't say anything stupid.
Well, now's our chance to say whatever we want with no repercussions.
All right.
Or no, Phil, you know better not. No, Phil, that's not for you. It's not for you.
I'm still thinking about the stripper poll.
Fed fan, thank you. Mr. Pringle says, "Hey Randy, who's the greatest player you ever saw that didn't win a championship?"
Who are you talking about? Baseball, football?
He just says in general. He says, "I got Dan Marino," and then after that, I'm thinking
Greatest
about Charles
player
Barkley.
I ever saw that didn't win a championship. Well, I would have to say Larry Fitzgerald is up there in the top
Oh wow,
three.
that's a good one.
Yeah, how do we not think about that?
It has not won a championship. Dan Marino certainly up there. Ken
Steve
Griffey.
Nash?
Ken Griffey Jr. was another one. Steve
LeBron James.
Steve Nash.
Stop
Good.
Stop, he's
Steve
about to win another
Nash.
one this year. Come on, man.
Steve Nash would be up there in my top five. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. Oh, that's right, Steve Nash.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In NASCAR, it would have to be one of the greatest guys that never won a championship.
Kyle
Phil
Busch,
Rivers. Yeah.
No.
Martin Truex Jr.
I don't think David Pearson ever won a championship, or Kyle Yarborough. Yeah, there's a lot of them in my lifetime.
Napa Bob says the subject of Speedos comes up often. Is this a man card violation? Sounds borderline-ish. Does it matter?
Now, hold on.
Yeah, to be honest, you were the one who just brought it up, Napa Bob.
There he
Yeah.
goes again.
There's
Yeah,
Radio
so-
Ron.
There he goes again.
If you had not brought that up, it would not have been said.
I
Yeah.
brought up a stripper pole. I did not say what attire would be worn on
Oh.
said stripper pole.
Oh, no.
There'll be no stripper poles.
Left
No.
that to your lone imagination.
There'll be zero. Robert Spry says, I don't have Twitter anymore, but I usually listen to 1580 AM on the way home from work.
Mm.
Been super busy, and no, I don't have time to chime in lately.
Mm.
Sorry, Robert and Spry. We get that.
Yeah.
Everybody has a life. Sometimes you get time to chime in and be a part of the show. Sometimes you don't. We don't hold it against you.
Not at all.
You don't need a excuse from the doctor for us. We're always here for you. Hila Ben Mike says, so Phil, how you feeling about the Fakers prospects tonight? Myself, I say, burn in hell, Fakers. Burn in hell.
What's your outlook?
Fakers. Burn in hell, Fakers. Burn in hell, Fakers. Shut the hell up, Phil.
Shut the hell up, Phil.
No, we're done, Randy.
Oh,
That's the end of it.
sorry. That last part.
Yeah. The dismount is still new.
It's a reverb effect. Yeah.
Senior Wake and Bake says, I thought Nash had one with Dallas Mavericks there.
Nope.
I don't think he won a championship with the Mavericks.
No.
He went to the playoffs and went very deep, but I don't think he got a championship.
There you go. 888-368-1580. So, all right, last night it happened again. The Diamondbacks actually attempted to play, and they
Yeah.
just didn't.
Keep doing that.
Do we have to talk about this?
Yeah, no, not really. Gavin Lux can burn in hell too, for all I care. Yeah, I got my first grand slam. Shut up. Pujols, I got my first RBI with the team. Shut up. You know, I'm tired of all this. Can't this just be over against the Dodgers already?
Well, it's going to be a long season. They're going to play the Dodgers 19 times.
Oh
so,
my God.
yeah. You might as well get used to it. It's going to be a long ass season for the Diamondbacks. And I don't know. I don't know what to think. So many injuries have piled up against the Arizona Diamondbacks so far. even then, I think they were a mediocre team at best. I didn't think that they were going to be a contender, especially after the kind of money San Diego spent this offseason.
Oh, yeah.
And the Diamondbacks are going about it a different way. I don't necessarily agree with the way they're going about it. They're trying to use sabermetrics and matchups against the West opponents. But
Do you think that, Randy? Do you think
yeah,
that
I
they
do.
actively
Yeah,
were
I
trying
do.
to win, and this was the
Oh, yeah.
strategy they chose?
Yeah, absolutely. They're trying to do.
It's so
They're trying to do Billy Ball from when Billy Bean took over the A's, and he got the guy in the front office there, and they discovered sabermetrics, and they had some success. And listen, the Athletics have been doing very well the last several years. They've been in the playoffs more often than not the last 20 years. They've had winning records, it seems like, every year the last 20 years. Meanwhile, the Diamondbacks have just been striving for mediocrity and can't seem to get past a mediocre record. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see. They're not hitting the ball. They're not pitching the ball. They have no relief. What are you going to do? You're going to have to wait it out and see what happens at the trade time. I think they're going to probably tear this team down around the trade deadline.
Hooray. All right. We're done talking about the Diamondbacks for now. 888-368-1580. Boomer Sooner says, good day, gentlemen. Randy, could I get a cold brew on this hot day up in Anthem? And also, shut the hell up, Phil.
Wow.
Robert Spry says, hey, since I am able to chime in now, if the Lakers win tonight, they will sweep the Suns.
Really?
Wow. I'm so
Wow.
glad you could actually chime in,
Wow.
Robert. Thanks
Robert,
for that.
thanks.
Robert,
Can
you know
you
what?
go back to just being busy? Yeah.
Robert, what a
thanks.
surprise, man. Way to go. Way to jump on the
Yeah.
bandwagon. We
Yeah,
love
yeah.
it. We've got room.
Yeah.
Box of Screws says, Mark Martin is the greatest NASCAR driver without a championship.
Oh, yeah.
Hamlin and Edwards are up there too. Pearson and Kale both have multiple though, Randy.
Did Pearson win multiple? I couldn't remember that. Yeah. Okay.
Helaman Mike says, contemporarily, I think Denny Hamlin qualifies as a great without a title.
Listen, he's come close several times, sort of like a Dan Marino. Made it to the big dance, couldn't quite finish, ended up getting trounced. So Denny Hamlin, is he going to win a championship before he's done? I don't know. I would like to say yes. We'll have to wait and see.
Historian says, closest Steve Nash came to a championship was with the Suns.
Yeah.
Robert Surprise says, LOL. It means losers, only Lakers. That's what LOL stands for.
Losers only Lakers.
Losers, only Lakers.
And here I thought I was the most flexible one doing all this stretching.
Stop being such an eggplant, Phil. I'm talking to him. I'm talking to him in the language he can understand.
Now, hold on. No, that's a pre-show meeting voice. And if we're going to start bringing stuff from the pre-show meeting
Oh,
into this,
boy.
you already have a whistle going into today's show, buddy.
Well, that is
Don't
true.
try to deflect, you eggplant.
Yeah.
J
Damn.
Rod says Mark Martin is for sure the Dan Marino of NASCAR.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no question about that.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah,
Is he?
for sure.
Is he?
What's
got
that
the
eggplant?
same-
Eggplant say what?
Jeez, Louise.
Eggplant say what?
Does he have the same
Eggplant
amount of
say what?
championships as Ricky Martin?
Licky Lips Johnson says, let's go fakers. And we love the haters. I'm editing his text as I go, by the way.
Oh, I see.
Mm.
Yeah. A lot of Laker fans around here.
Mm.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Huh.
We show up in droves.
Yeah.
Drove. What is that?
Droves, is that-
Yugoslavian car that
It's the station wagon ahead of me
Gotcha.
that you believe that I'm on.
Droves is a stop where you stand and wait for the bandwagon to show up.
Large Marge says Dale Earnhardt Jr. never won a championship.
That's true. Dale
Napa
Earnhardt
Bob
Jr.
says, I saw Phil bagging Bulkman Brazil nuts at Whole Foods. It was not a pretty sight.
Ooh.
They had a page clean up on aisle 9. There was a lot there. I don't know what it means.
Yeah, neither do I. I haven't shopped in Whole Foods since I've been gone from California.
Yeah, is that where you get your eggplant?
Man, it's just so smooth. These transitions you keep going. Man, you know what I saw flying overhead today? I saw a flying.
Eggplant.
Yeah.
So I've been saying all season, Randy, how fun baseball is this year, except for the Arizona Diamondbacks, it seems.
Yeah.
Baseball has been pretty fun. A lot of fun. I don't remember it being so fun. And I'm starting to wonder, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to sort of
for what?
let go of the unwritten rules of baseball and let
you know-
the younger generation come in and do their thing, because it seems like people are just trying to have some fun. Now, I'm with you. I don't like it. I don't think there's a need for change. And I'd rather everybody be more manly and more gentlemanly about the way the game is done.
Mhm.
But I don't know. There's just a lot of really great stories happening alongside of the other stories that are annoying. Like Joey Gallo, he tripped over first base. He was had a little whoopsie, and of course his own team went out and put up a caution tape, like a crime scene,
Yeah.
and drew a
Yeah.
chalk outline in the dirt with
That's
some
nothing-
batting gloves and hats. That was funny.
Nothing new. As a matter of fact, when Randy Johnson, some 20 years ago, tripped going around first base trying to stretch a double into a single, and he tripped and fell down. The next day during batting practice, there was an outline of one Randy Johnson with the batting
All right,
helmet. And
so it's not
gloves.
a new thing, but
No.
it's a fun thing.
Yeah,
And then the other day with the candy in the outfield,
Yeah,
and these guys are I just keep seeing a lot of fun being had in baseball.
nothing wrong with fun.
And I wonder, maybe it's time that you just I mean, it can't be crotchety old men forever. Maybe this is just the direction that we need to let the game go.
Just get soft. Yeah.
I don't want it to go soft.
I, for one, will
they
not
all
be.
showed up soft.
I will go to my grave being a guy who loves the game of baseball, and it should be played and respected the correct way. I'm sorry. You don't make a mockery out of baseball, period. I
Yeah.
don't care who you are.
I'm trying to make a mockery out of it, but
Trying to make it fun.
I wonder if it's time to just let them kind of let loose and do their thing.
I feel like that's already happening. I have nothing I can say or do to end this. All of these children that are coming up into this sport and getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars are going to act like children and do whatever they want to disrespect everybody, and they don't care. They just want to make sure they get theirs, and that's whatever.
I get it. And listen, I don't like it either.
Last
when
time I
watch it,
checked, it was a team sport, not a me sport. So yeah,
I don't like the celebration stuff. I don't like the bat flipping. I don't like the taunting. I don't like any of that. And I don't think that it really adds to the fun of things. But it seems like all the players are like, we don't care about that.
okay.
And if they don't care about that, then they're going to play it the way they're going to play it. It's going to
Mhm.
aggravate people like La Russa, who's running stuff where he says, hey, he's got a locker. I got an office. That's who wins.
Well, again, Tony La Russa is out of touch. Tony La Russa, having said what he said yesterday and again today, could have said it a whole different way, but he chose to try to handle it old school, and that's not going to work, especially not going to work with these millennial softies that are playing the game. So what's happening is you now have a war between a Hall of Fame manager who completely threw his guy under the bus and said that he didn't see a problem with the Twins throwing at him, which I really don't have a problem with it either. But at the same time, he could have handled it a different way. I mean, he is old and out of touch, and the White Sox, I think, made a crucial error, or at least the owner of the team made a crucial error in hiring him to be the manager of this young, exciting ball club.
In that, I think we can all agree. Tony La Russa is completely 5 years removed from this game, just mentally, strategy wise, anything you want a metric you want to go by. But as far as this whole thing is, I don't at all agree with La Russa getting mad, calling his player clueless. That seems to be an incendiary comment right there.
First, got to pause. He was clueless. He was clueless to the baseball that La Russa knows. He was clueless to what you were supposed to do in that situation. He was clueless when La Russa was shouting at him instructions on what he was supposed to do. And so, yeah, he was clueless in that moment. Now, if he was just not clueless, that made him what? Outwardly defiant. That made him going against the wishes of the manager. He, in his locker, did not listen to what the guy in the office said. So forget about fun in baseball. Forget about unwritten rules or getting rid of them or whatever you want. At that moment, though, his guy was clueless and was not listening to his boss.
I would say his boss is the fans, and they deserve better than for somebody to say, take
your
take
boss
an easy
is
walk.
not the fans in that moment. Your boss is the coach. Your boss is the manager. Like on this show, do you want the fans to be your boss? Because you'd be fired.
They would go clamoring for me. They would create a barrier of their own bodies.
I love you,
For
Phil,
me.
but that is really, really not on topic.
Yeah. The fans are not your boss, and the fans are not that player's boss. The boss is the owner, is the manager, is the team, not the fans.
I am a spokesman for the people.
We do what we do for the fans, but we answer to a boss. Radio Ron is my boss. Heelman, Mike, Fish Tank, Senior Wake and Bake, Lost Toby, Licky Lips Johnson, Fed Fan, Napa Bob, Large Marge, and everybody else who's already texted in today. We do this for them. We do this for you guys, but we answer to Radio Ron. He's the boss.
And, I find it interesting that people that don't understand the quote unquote unwritten rules they're pretty simple. Okay. Let me see if I can try to help out some of this here. If you're leading in the 9th inning and you feel like the other team has given up by putting in a position player, you don't just step on the gas and keep pounding away at it. Even the MMA has a mercy rule. If the guy gets knocked down and the judge says, you know what, this guy cannot continue on, they stop the fight. I think that Major League Baseball needs to consider some sort of a rule like that now. If the other team is bringing in a position player not to injure one of these multimillionaires that, that are pitchers, well, then they all agree this game is now complete. 5.5 innings, it's an official game. This game is now complete. We all go home, and we don't have any more situations like this. So that's one of them. I know we're up against a break. Another one is you don't disrespect the other team. You don't disrespect the other players. You don't disrespect baseball as a problem. And number 3, you don't try to hurt or injure anybody on the other team, on the other side of the field. You don't do that. You don't go into second base hard with your cleats high. You don't try to throw a ball at somebody's head. You don't try to run somebody over and do harm to them. What you do is play the game with respect. You play the game hard and you play the game clean. That's the bottom line. Those are the unwritten rules of baseball. There you go.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. When it comes to bat flipping and celebrating and stuff, that is what they're all talking about. That's what the younger generation is saying. Oh, come on, Boomer, let us do it our way. But I agree. It shouldn't be a thing that young people think is okay to put a curb stomp another team or another player. That shouldn't be an okay thing. But in the same mouth, you say, well, we should do a complete game. We should have complete games.
We should, but since these guys are going to put position players in to pitch, right? Which is what the Twins did yesterday to save their pitching staff for the next game or the next day. Then I think the coaches and the crew chief of the umpire should get together and say, this game is over.
I don't think they should be able to put position players in. That's my thought. We got to take a break. We'll be back. More of the Daily Blender after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join. I got my education because of the Guard. I got to travel a little bit and experience a whole different culture. It helped me get my job, helped me pay for my house.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard. Aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
You retire only once, so you've got to stick the landing. There are many choices to make when you retire, but choosing the right advisor might be the most important one you ever make. The right advisor can help you avoid mistakes, avoid income shortfall later in life, and help you grow your money with smarter investments. To retire comfortably, you need to know that all your bills are paid, your investments are well chosen, and your income is secure for life. The IQ Wealth Smarter Bucketing System does all of this for you by separating your money into clear and distinct buckets, each with its own specific task and time deadline. You retire only once, but Steve Jurich at IQ Wealth Management helps people retire and stay retired every day.
Advisory services by IQ Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor, custodian Fidelity. Get smart and decisive in 2021. Let's meet soon. Visit IQWealth.com, IQWealth.com, IQWealth.com.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
AZ Preps is a 2-hour in-depth look at the Arizona Prep sports scene. Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Covering all aspects of the Arizona Interscholastic Association. AZ Preps 365 focuses on all Arizona high school sports, student athletes, news, and notes from around Arizona. Join your host, Jose Garcia, Brett Quintine, and James Mello as they cover the prep sports scene from A to Z. AZ Preps 365, Saturday mornings from 8 to 10 on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Summertime. And your summer home for sports in the Valley has what you need to cool you off. The NBA is looking to crown a new champion. The NHL gives another team the right to spend a year with Lord Stanley's Cup. Baseball is gaining momentum towards the playoffs. The NFL opens training camp to get ready for a new season. Yes, summertime is the best time of the year. Stay up to date with everything summertime has to offer on your summer home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Yeah, I think I can go ahead and give the millennials a few things. I can try to compromise here. I can say, all right, do your bat flips. Go ahead and celebrate. Don't taunt, but celebrate. All right, we'll give you that. But some of this other stuff, putting your foot on the back of somebody's neck and stomping at a point where the game is this whole thing that happened with Vermin, Mercedes, and LaRussa the other night. And that I was like, no, I don't think we need to give them that. I think that we need to try to. Here's what I do with my kids. The thing that'll make me jump off a couch, leap up the stairs, and grab a kid by the shoulders and say, hey, is when they're unkind, when they're disrespectful to each other. That is the thing that's going to get you in trouble in my house faster than anything else, is when you are being disrespectful and unkind to another person. And in that situation, I kind of feel like that's that disrespectful and unkind to swing away when you just get the damn game over with. It's already done. There's no reason for that. Now, I think that teams shouldn't be putting out position players to pitch. I don't think they should do that. I think that it's like, okay, pick some lower level pitcher to finish this game for you. Okay. And then we'll just all go home.
Well, I mean, if you bring another pitcher out there, these guys are going to keep swinging for the listen, I understand, but this is also a business, a multi-billion-dollar industry. And these guys want to keep the guys that are making millions of dollars safe from harm. And going out there in a 15-4 game in the ninth inning and bringing out a guy who's multi-million dollars in a game. Look, we all have good games. We all have bad games. You're going to send this guy out there and let these dudes just continue to launch on him? Why?
Well, you have a better chance of just getting out of innings with that guy than you do with a position.
If they're going to, if baseball as an industry is going to continue to allow positional players to go out there and face, murderer's row, the Chicago White Sox, these guys are hitting the cover off the ball, especially in this game. You know what? Just call the game.
I just think maybe we can compromise. Maybe we can compromise a few things, but keep a few things standard, and the things that should be kept standard are the respectful things. And if you see a positional player out there and your manager says, all right, let's just let that one go, just let him do his thing and we can just get out of here.
Yeah.
Randy,
then that's the way to do it.
Randy, you're completely right. There should be an option to quit or a mercy rule, whatever you want to call it. There should definitely be that, because when you're talking about respect and showing signs of disrespect, I think it's completely disrespectful to the game and to the fans that a team can just lollipop out there, lag out some non-designated pitcher, a person who is not a professional at throwing the baseball, throwing out pitches when they're going up against professional hitters, people who do this for a living, and it's supposed to count the same as everything else. You know what? If you're working out there and you're a professional athlete and in your contract you have incentives and bonuses, we talk about Yermin Mercedes. Have we talked about him in his career before this year? No, he's having a great year.
We'll probably never hear about him again.
We probably never will, and that's totally fine. But if I'm him and I'm working on a contract, each and every home run, each and every hit, whenever you look back on it, you're not going to give the context.
But guess what? The team's going to look at him and say, oh, yeah, we see your stats. We know what that one is, so we'll just take that one right out of the consideration. He's not going to win this one.
There is intention that people need to look at. And if you're going out there and this guy's just going to lollipop the ball up there and you hit one 450 feet, Well, good for you. You're a really big guy, aren't you? You're just really a super professional player, aren't you? And then celebrate with your team and then expect get upset when the other team throws at you the next day. You know, you're a real big man, aren't you?
Well,
in other words, tap your hat to them if they throw at you because you just hit a long bomb, and take your medicine and shut up and play the game.
Well, isn't that counterintuitive to what you just stated were the unwritten rules of baseball, not to hurt another player?
Respect the game.
Or else then
Okay,
you will get hurt.
Understand when they threw at him, they threw mercifully low and away
behind him.
Yeah, they weren't going to ever hit him with that pitch, but they were letting him know. They were sending him a message. Of course, the umpire tossed the pitcher, and then the manager ran out and said, "Don't forget me, don't forget me."
Well, and it wasn't even that, but the umpires handled that incorrectly as well. But extenuating circumstances, made a judgment call, ran the pitcher, and which also means they're going to run the head coach as well. So that's the way that goes. Usually what happens is they issue a warning. Now, the umpires may have issued a warning at the beginning of the game. And so that's why this action, meant that the pitcher and the head coach were gone.
Can I ask you, why is it not disrespectful in the reverse then? If I'm going to accept your premise that this is disrespectful to completely play the game through and throughout from a hitter's perspective.
Yeah, me too.
Let me ask you, if a pitcher
I've been doing this all day.
Is throwing a
it's like a damn dog with a bone. They just want to go round and round and round.
Are you trying to say why allow him to be disrespectful to throw pitches at him? Because it's called retaliation.
No, what I'm saying is if a pitcher is throwing a perfect game and their team, the pitcher that's on the perfect game side, their team's up 16-0.
We're not going there. We're not going there. Not going there. Not going there.
What do you mean we're not going there?
If a guy's throwing a perfect game and you lay down a measly ass bunt to break it up, and you're down 16-0, and you think that's okay?
But they should just
get up there and try to hit a base hit. Don't give me a little candy ass.
It would depend if I like the guy or not. If I don't like that pitcher, call me Captain Bunt. I'm going to take him down. I don't even care. If I don't like the other team, let's say my team is playing the Yankees. Everybody's bunting. Everybody's bunting. We are not letting them do this to us. No, I don't think that matters.
We're talking about retaliation for an action that was taken the day before about a young baseball player who has not learned how to play this game with the respect intended, who will not end up in the Hall of Fame. I'm almost sure of it, because he doesn't respect the game. He's a very selfish player. And you know what? You've got to respect the game, and you got to respect your competitors if you want to be a great professional ball player.
One of the issues here is they don't respect La Russa in the clubhouse. He says there's no rift here, but he doesn't know that there's a rift. He's disconnected.
I would just hate to see this thing get out and then something ugly happen in a dugout between a senior citizen and one of the young players. I'm kind of laughing and joking, but on the other hand, I'm kind of serious too. La Russa, for whatever the hell is going on inside of his head, the way he's handling it is not the right way to handle the situation.
In the slightest.
Well, the thing with La Russa is he's so liquored up pretty much all the time. You won't feel the first few punches.
I saw on Twitter, he understands the rules of the unwritten rules better than he does the rules of drinking under the influence.
Or even just the regular rules. Remember when he made that error and he didn't understand that there were some rules?
Yeah. It was a extra. I was talking to Big Steve about it earlier. He didn't make the right call because he didn't understand the rule.
Yeah.
La Russa should not be in the head coach role.
On that we can all agree.
Time for him to go home. Senior Wake and Bake says baseball, it's already soft. Here's an example. Too many no-hitters right now. What is the deal with the too many no-hitters? Is it the way that the strikes are being called by the umpires? I know that the balls themselves get adjusted by Major League Baseball, whichever direction they feel like they need to correct, but I don't think that has anything to do with no-hitters.
But how does that correlate with no-hitters making the game soft?
Let's ask him. What are you talking about, Senior Wake and Bake? SOL says, you do the show for me? Thanks, man. You're welcome, SOL. Box of Screws says unwritten rules are unwritten, so either write them down or pound sand, old man.
I just told you what they are, snowflake.
Licky Lips Johnson says, that's BS. You play until the clock stops. It's not about disrespect. I agree, not trying to hit each other with the balls, but Play till the umpire says
Oh,
no
amen.
more.
Okay, so you can hit home run off a position player because the other team's trying to save their pitching staff. You're already up by 11 runs. It's the bottom of the ninth or the top of the ninth inning. The game's going to be over in 3 out. Why not just swing, strike out, and get out of here? Why do you have to hit home runs?
The more disrespectful move is to put a positional player out there on the
The
first
more
place.
disrespectful move is to continue to hit bombs when you know this other team has no defense against it.
What are we?
You're already winning the damn game. What do you have to prove?
Lost Toby says fun is illegal in baseball, everybody.
No, that's not true. It's not
Says
true.
if a position player can't throw at least 70 miles an hour, he should not be in there. I get it. It's fun for the
Amen
fans of the team getting destroyed, but no one wants to see somebody throwing 40-mile-an-hour pitches.
I understand.
Teriyaki says, oh, come on, guys. If it were that case, we would never have got to see Mark Grace do the Mike Fetters face.
That's true. That is true.
Large Marge says, Phil better pray I'm not his boss. He'd be digging a 4-foot deep trench through Caliche with a 2x4. Last Optimist says, the slowest pitch ever recorded hit for a home run. Yeah, it was disrespectful for them to throw like that. They should have forfeited. It would have been more honorable than what they did with that pitching maneuver.
Is there a mechanism in baseball currently? Can they just walk off and
No.
forfeit? No. So
No.
that's I think another
If you
thing that we all
forfeit the
agree on.
game, then the game is meaningless as far as stats go. You can't eliminate players' stats. You don't want to do that.
The Berg just wants you all to know, go Suns.
Thank you.
Gillivan Mike says, when I grew up, any expression of hate would cause consequences faster than even hearing an F-bomb. That's the way it should be. We got to teach these kids to be respectful and kind to each other. And he said, hey, by the way, another no-hitter last night, number 6 this year. What's up with the record pace? Is the pitching that great, or is the hitting that bad, or is it some weird combination of both?
Yeah, I think it's a weird combination of both, be honest with you.
Yeah, batting average is down across the league. I think that we're looking at pitchers coming back after a tough bubble season, and whenever you're looking at the entirety of baseball with the way that the baseballs are made, that too can factor in.
Robert Surprise says there is a forfeit rule already in place for baseball. If you forfeit a game, the score is automatically counted as 9-0 loss. I don't know if that applies to a game that's already started, though. Might have to use softball mercy rule. If you're up by 10 runs in the 7th, it's over. But then again, there has been some historical comebacks that you end up missing. That's what I was going to say earlier.
Not if the other team is willing to put in a positional player as a pitcher.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
they're not going to make a comeback.
No.
Booger Wolf says nothing worse than a Lakers fan that lives here in Phoenix. Vile, obnoxious, toothless, ugly, stinky like feet like that. And they don't love Jesus either. Go Suns!
Hey,
Go Suns!
I have all
Go
my teeth.
Suns!
I have all my teeth.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll, I don't know. Let's talk baseball. I'm sorry, basketball, the football. Let's talk
Let's talk balls.
I don't know what balls.
Hello.
Basketball. It's a Daily Blender. 1580 The Fanatic.
Introducing the most highly anticipated handheld device to date. Superior design with interactive smart display, 7 personalized smart modes, and AI technology the world has never seen.
I think you're gonna wanna see this.
And the most surprising part is, we're talking about a toothbrush. The new Oral-B IO electric toothbrush. Get the wow of a professional clean feel every day.
Make you say wow.
Oral-B. Brush like a pro.
Chances are the technology you work with every day is an afterthought
Until it isn't working.
Technical problems can throw a wrench in your day, but computer security issues can expose you and your customers to serious risk. Affinity Technology builds custom IT solutions that help small businesses thrive. No system is too complicated.
If it plugs in, we work with it.
Affinity Technology runs Arizona businesses. Contact us today at atechaz.com. That's atechaz.com. Affinity Technology.
Being in the Army National Guard is about more than serving your country. It's about being there for your community when your neighbors need you most. The Army National Guard makes college affordable, and serving part-time can help you graduate debt-free. Do you want to stay close to friends and family? The Guard allows you to serve close to home. Serving part-time in the Army National Guard lets you have the life you want. Learn more by visiting nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is Aaron Warby, owner of Online Trading Academy here in Arizona. Right now, we're seeing stock market highs in the face of economic lows. Election cycles are notorious for causing instability in the stock market. That's why we just finished developing our newest complimentary workshop, Protection from the Election. This 3-hour class will explore the strategies professional traders use to protect themselves against market downturns while allowing them to also profit from surging markets. Take control of your portfolio in these uncertain times. Register for this powerful workshop offered in Scottsdale, Chandler, and Peoria by calling 844-877-2337 or by texting the letters OTA to 31996. Space is limited and all COVID safety measures will be followed. Again, that is 844-877-2337 or text OTA to 31996.
How do you create certainty with your money in uncertain times? Hi, I'm Ference, host of the Your Personal Bank Show. In this low interest rate environment, most financial tools are generating extremely low returns. We have companies who are currently paying 6% plus dividends and have for the past 25 plus years. Let's have a conversation. Contact me at yourpersonalbank.com or tune in to the Your Personal Bank Show Tuesdays at noon or Thursdays at 1 on Money Radio.
The Fanatic.
Stanley Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Coming up this weekend, we got your PGA Championship. That's right, golf. And this is the Super Bowl of golf. Is that what you want to call it?
One of the majors, one of the major events.
Well, it's the PGA Championship.
Yeah, PGA Championship. They have four or five majors a year, and this is one of the major tournaments.
The championship for the entire everything in golf.
No, they have at the end. They have the FedEx Championship, which is a major. They have the Masters, which is a major.
Which is the biggest one? The Masters.
Masters is probably the most prestigious and one of the biggest.
You want to see the biggest one?
I'll just look down.
Yeah. I don't know which one would be the actual biggest. Probably the FedEx Championship at the end of the season. I think that pays out 11 or 12 million to the winner.
It's like golf and NASCAR. They just do whatever they want to do, and they just suddenly there's a championship. Like, whoa, where'd that come from? You know what I mean?
I'm not sure I understand. What do you mean?
Well, you start your season with the Super Bowl in NASCAR. You start your season with that, which doesn't make any sense to me.
But that's not a championship. They're just trying to tell you that's the biggest race day of the season for NASCAR because it is the most prestigious race. The Daytona 500 is the most prestigious race.
Still confusing. Booger Wolf says licky lips should be chappy lips. All that crap he talks. Fish Tank says, yeah, I'm noticing this is just about the only topic that gets me super fired up, that whole baseball thing.
Wow.
Well, sorry, buddy. We're going to kind of move on because it's a dog chasing its tail right now.
Yeah.
You either agree or disagree or agree to disagree, and there's no changing anybody's minds. I thought I had a nice compromise where we give you bat flips and give you, celebrations, but you leave some of that other respectful stuff alone. But,
throw in a Tony La Russa firing, and I think we might have a starting point.
Deal. Watermelon says, It's the nature of the game. If you're winning due to being awesome and you're crushing home runs, you keep crushing home runs till the game's over.
Amen.
It's not what that kid did, though. Licky Lips Johnson says, what's this?
What did he lick this time?
He sent me, that's a lot of stuff to see in that graphic. He says, Suns fans are really rooting for the Warriors. They really don't want to see the Lakers, and that's the fact. So he sent me a clipping. It says why the Los Angeles Lakers would easily handle the Suns in round one. These are a bunch of nobodies posting stuff up about whether the Suns would do well against the Lakers or not. So
is it Adrian Wazornowski?
This is probably a whole lot of
Wazornowski.
A lot of Laker stories right there by Laker writers. So that really doesn't do much for me right there. But yes, tonight we find out what happens next.
I'm excited.
Tonight, we've got Steph Curry chewing on his mouthpiece and LeBron James getting measured for a hairpiece. So I don't know what you want to say. But
Stop it.
Basically,
Stop
it. Tonight's game decides who the Suns play. And then after that, the next game, whoever plays will decide if they go home or not. And I hope the Lakers go home.
Stop. I will be honest with you. I don't think the Suns worried about either one of these teams.
They're worried. It's just you prepare for it. You get ready for it. You do your best against.
I think they'll be watching tonight and they'll know which direction they have to prepare and what they have to do.
I would be shocked if the Suns make it past a game 6 against the Lakers.
Okay. All right.
Shocked.
This is a guy who just became a Lakers fan. Now he's like, I'm an expert in everything Lakers.
Have you been a Lakers fan before?
Yeah, I'm a LeBron James fan.
Okay. All right.
So by association.
All right. All right.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Hmm.
So, speaking of your man LeBron, this is a guy who, hasn't played a lot.
No, he hasn't. No, recently.
Yeah, because of injury, like 4 games or something like that.
Injury.
And he's got teammates also injured. You think that right
From time to
now
time.
the only thing he'd be focused on is all right, AD, let's get together. Let's eat right. Let's get good sleep. Let's make sure we're practicing. Make sure we're stretching. Make sure we're checking with the medical people there. Let's do things right. But that's not what he's been doing, is it? No. He and Drake and Michael B. Jordan hanging out, drinking tequila last night.
Wow. Okay. All
That's right. Los Angeles Lakers play tonight, but LeBron James has plenty of time to hang out and drink some of that Taco Tuesday tequila of his. And yes. Let's get down, get funky. You got a game tomorrow, LeBron. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's just Steph Curry and the Warriors. Yeah, no problem. Don't worry about it.
I find this oddly reassuring.
So, this is a guy who has struggled with that injury, and he's going to physically, unless he was absolutely faking it the entire time. Then LeBron and AD are going to come out like superheroes jumping out of the phone booth, and they're going to fly up and down the court and easily crush the Warriors. But I don't know what to make of this. Or he knows he's hobbled. It ain't going to go well for him. So he's like, might as well have some party time.
Might as well start on the tequila.
So might as well have some fun with Drake and his little weird heart haircut thing. And Michael B. Jordan over there. He's the, that guy from That Thing guy. That's who Michael B. Jordan is. He's very good. He's a very good actor. But anytime I can't remember his name unless somebody tells me, I'm like, is that guy? Oh, he's good in That Thing. That guy. He's
Michael B. Jordan. He's in that new movie that just came out.
That other,
Without Remorse.
And he was in that other movie too.
Yeah, he was in that other one.
Creed.
He's very good. But,
Creed 2.
Anyway, so a little Taco Tuesday for LeBron and Drake and Michael B. Jordan, and not taking, I guess, what's happening tonight very seriously if you're out liquored up on a Tuesday.
So were they out at an establishment or at one of these guys' chateau, or what was going on?
Not sure, but it was late Tuesday night. Drake posts up these pictures, and from the whatever it was they were, you can't really tell for sure. It seemed to be in California by kind of what you see in the background there.
Right.
But they partied hardy. So it'll be interesting to see now here's a key. Here's what you got to watch for to know if there was some ill effects from last night.
Okay.
When you look at the bench and LeBron is sitting there at the bench, and if he has one of those giant ice packs like in the cartoons and he's got it on his head and he's going, that's a hangover.
Okay.
That's how you know.
All right. How's that again? Yeah. Okay.
That's a universal sound of a guy with a hangover.
Okay. I was unaware of that.
So I don't care who wins. I don't care who loses. I'm torn. I want to see the Lakers suffer. I want to see them lose.
So they have hangovers. They're going to suffer, right?
And I want to see them lose, but I also kind of want to see the Suns play the Lakers just for our own entertainment value. So I'm a little bit torn on that, but my
torn between two lovers, as it were.
My default is burn in hell Lakers. So I guess I will be rooting for the Warriors tonight. I'll be honest with you. Doesn't look good for the Warriors. I mean, Steph has to go super duper crazy. He has to go crazy most nights for the Warriors to get a win. He'd have to go super duper crazy for this actually to come away with the Warriors versus the Suns.
And even then, I still don't necessarily see. He could go for, I think his over-under for tonight is around 36 points. And that feels about right. If you think that the Warriors are going to win, that's where you need to go. You need to go the over on that because that's where he will go if they are going to indeed win. But there's no way that the Lakers are not going to throw every single guard they have at him and triple team him the moment he crosses half court.
He's going to be mugged all night.
Absolutely. They're going to force Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, Kevon Looney, people like this to beat them offensively, and it just doesn't seem like that's how they'll do it. Because if you look at the bigs where the mismatch is not even LeBron James. I think that's part of why LeBron James felt so assured in going out the night before this game. The mismatch isn't with LeBron James. That is a mismatch in the middle with Andrew Wiggins versus LeBron James. But if you look at the middle where they can throw Montrezl Harrell, Marc Gasol, Andre Drummond, and even Anthony Davis if they're going small against Kevon Looney of the Warriors, maybe kind of. That just feels like they're going to get assured buckets underneath and just sharing the rock, getting it down low to the big men and pounding them all night. And it might be just a cruise victory from pole to pole.
What about Draymond? I'll kick you right in the ball, sucker.
It's Ginobili's. He'll kick you in the Ginobili's.
In the Ginobili's?
Right.
No.
We didn't account for that. You're
What
right.
about Draymond? I'll kick you right in the Ginobili, sucker.
But he gets
Green.
He gets 2 technicals and 2 kicks before he gets ejected. So he would have to save them for late in the game.
Well, and let's not forget the Arizona kid, Nico Mannion, is on this Warrior squad. He could just come in, unfurl his cape, and just win single-handedly.
I've already forgotten about it.
I don't know what is going to happen tonight, but I'm looking forward to it. It starts at 7:00, and I will definitely be watching.
Is Kelly Oubre Jr. Is he still with the Warriors?
Yeah, he's energetic and he does a lot for him as far as alley oops and stuff, but he's very inconsistent.
But don't you think that this being a play-in game, sort of an elimination game, the whole everybody's emotions are going to be much higher?
Yeah, I don't think that fares well for Kelly Oubre. Name one time that he's been in a pressure cooker situation and rose up to that.
I don't
occasion.
know.
Even with the Suns, even with the Trailblazers.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait. I think it's going to be a great game, and I can't wait to see it play out.
I am fortunate. I don't think so. I think it's going to be a boring game where the Lakers just handle them from start to finish.
We agree to disagree.
Mr. Wilbur says, "Hey, Jeffrey, I just got a phone call from Burt Reynolds' estate. They said they're willing to give LeBron one of his hair pieces."
Oh, stop it.
Well, that's very generous of them.
Absolutely.
Put some respect on that man's name.
Fed fan says, LeBaby's downfall is going to be his arrogant attitude. And beware, Phil, Jordan Poole is learning from Steph Curry. Watch how he plays. His game is copying Steph's. And by the way, Kelly is injured. Kelly Oubre
is he?
injured.
Oh, that's too bad.
Jordan Poole. I'm not scared of no Jordan Poole. Maybe in a couple of years, but Jordan Poole? Come on, Fed fan.
Wow. Large Marge says, so Phil's loyal to a guy that is the ultimate jump ship mercenary. Yeah, way to go, Douche LaRue.
How many championships I got versus who? The Suns?
I
is who you
got.
back?
I mean, you got.
What's this I got crap?
Because we on a team.
You got
Jeffrey.
nothing.
We
You
on a
just
team.
joined. You are no part of their past.
Listen, when the
You
blender
can't
does well,
claim-
we do well.
No, really, no.
When
There's-
Radio
there's-
Ron drives up that money truck and backs it up to the Jeffrey O'Brien estate,
Yeah.
Randy and Phil, we get in a little bit of that too.
You're
I
half
know.
right. Hilo Ben Mike says, Limpy LeBron better tape up good tonight, man.
Yeah.
Good Cat says, Phil, if you're a true Lakers fan, without Googling, when did Nick Van Exel play with the Lakers?
He played during the post Showtime era.
Well, that doesn't give him a date.
It's very, very vague.
Did he ask for a
Sort of a
specific date?
generalism.
Very vague.
Like what?
think,
I mean,
yeah.
he played
It's all
for
right.
like
We
what?
get it. You don't know. It's all right.
Jeez.
Napa Bob says, is Large Marge actually large, or is this a cover up for something larger?
Ah.
I don't know. Don't know. But Licky Lips Johnson's like, why is every time I say something, that other dude has something to say about that? That's weird. Probably a friend of yours. I don't know. Little Tuna says, unwritten rules in baseball, wonders why the average fan age is 55 plus. Good God. Pour me a Blanton's. Tasty.
There you are.
Fed fan says, be afraid, Phil. Be very afraid.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
So the matchup looks, it's in favor of the Lakers. Yeah, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, yeah. I mean, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
It'd be kind of miraculous if the Warriors win.
But I will say this, the Warriors have been hot lately and the Lakers have been sort of struggling. So
Oh, yeah. I think the fact that it's a one-game series is enough to put some worry into it. Nobody ever wants to be in a one-game series unless you're in
Anything
football.
can happen.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So,
And both teams have won their last 5 games. So both teams are on a hot streak, even though the Lakers are hobbled as they've streaked in. So don't know. Don't
they've
know what's going to happen.
hobbled as they've streaked in.
Yep. Mr. Wilbur says, wasn't it Kobe Bryant, the one that coined the phrase, he Jalen Rose to me? That's when somebody jumps underneath you and you're in the process of taking a jump shot and you try and spray in your ankle.
So
sprain.
So
sprain.
So let's look at this for a second before we take off in other directions. So Warriors last regular season game was May 16th against the Grizzlies. They won by 12 points. The Warriors played the Pelicans before that, and they won that game by 3 points. The Warriors played the Suns. They won that game big. They played the Jazz. They won that game by 3 points. They played the Thunder. They won that game huge.
Thunder doesn't matter.
But if you're looking at the Jazz, Suns, Pelicans, but Grizzlies, I mean, those were 4 pretty damn good teams.
Not the Grizzlies,
and the
man.
Warriors won them all. I say, watch out for the Warriors tonight.
Also, Boomer Sooner wants you to know, Phil, one game is not a series. And shut up. Good Cat says, by that logic, both Kobe and Shaq played in the post-Showtime Lakers era.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How can I be wrong? Thank you for catching on.
Many, many ways, Phil. We have yet to really find how many ways you can be wrong. All right, guys, 1 hour is down and 2 to go. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Thank goodness it seems like the worst is over, but is your business back to pre-COVID numbers? Hi, Bruce Jacobs here to invite you to take advantage of a great opportunity to promote that you are open and ready to serve with our affordable Open for Business advertising package. You'll only spend hundreds but reach thousands of potential new customers. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com, click the link for the Open for Business package. This offer will not last long. The Open for Business package on 1580 The Fanatic. Now let's all get back to business.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer. And your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
Arizona's deaf, hard of hearing, and deaf-blind community is disproportionately unemployed. Those of us that do have jobs are typically underemployed, and that should be, for all of us, unacceptable, especially when you consider we tend to be more productive and continually rate high for quantity and quality of work. To learn more about the Let's Get to Work initiative, visit changeyourperception.org, sponsored by the Arizona Commission for the Deaf and the Hard of Hearing.
Does the stock market have room to run in 2021? Well, with more than $5 trillion in investor capital sitting in money markets, American checking and savings accounts as flush as ever, interest rates low, and several $1 trillion in stimulus money on the way, the fundamentals are in place for a strong and sustained run. If the vaccines work, hey, check another box. So where to invest? The economy now runs and relies on technology. The IQ Wealth Blue Diamond Technology Leaders Portfolio is focused on dominant companies in key segments of technology like cloud computing, genetic science, robotics, cybersecurity, and more. The Blue Diamond is held for you at Fidelity and combines opportunity with an element of dividend protection. With some of the lowest fees in the industry and an exceptional management team, we invite you to explore the Blue Diamond.
Investment advisory services by IQ Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor. For details, visit IQWealth.com. That's IQWealth.com, IQWealth.com.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And after hearing about all the success these other guys have had here at the radio station with Valley Medical Weight Loss, I finally joined in, and man, am I glad I did. I'm already seeing results. What's great about Valley Medical Weight Loss is how easy they make it to lose weight at any one of their 3 Valley locations, and they help you customize a plan that works for your lifestyle and, more importantly, your wallet. Get with them today and see what program works best for you. Mention Fanatic, you'll get your first week free. Check them out at valleymedicalweightloss.com.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
People settle down. Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's hour 2 of the Daily Blender, broadcasting live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Phil in there, air drumming himself into a new profession. And you guys are on the Summit Vale Medical text line, 888-368-1580. Yeah, I was never really into air guitar or air drumming.
Oh, no?
Nah. I have no musical talent.
to play the real thing.
Well, I mean, that's true, but you can still do like air guitar and air drums.
I can sing parody sing. I can sing like other people, but I can't sing like myself, which is a very strange thing. I have done parody songs that ended up being on the radio, and really like the first one I ever did was of Achy Breaky Heart. It was Icky Sticky Fart. That was mine. Did that back, and it was on KDKB back in the day.
All right,
and but that was just me pretending to be somebody else.
Okay.
But if you said, "Here, sing this song," I'd be lost. I have no musical talent, and neither does Phil. Phil, your air drumming was horrible.
Oh, say, can you
air sing that instead? Just air sing it. Don't actually sing it. Just pretend to sing it. Yeah, like air guitar, air sing it.
You mean lip sync?
Sure, same thing, right? I don't know. I just needed him to stop really quick. That's just first thing I could think of. Helibin Mike says, let's say the Warriors win and the Grizzlies win. Warriors go on to play the Suns, and the Grizzlies and the Fakers play for the 8, right?
Yeah.
That is correct.
That's the next thing. I think it's one game too many. I think it should be a ranked play-in, and where 9 and 10 play each other to figure out who's going to be 8, and 7 and 8 play each other to figure out who's going to be 7.
It's good. Well, I agree with you. I think it's one too long.
Wait, so then whoever loses between the current 8-7 seed would be out.
If the Lakers and Warriors play and the Warriors win, Lakers are out. And if whoever wins in the 9th and 10th place game, they get the 8.
How does that make sense?
Because it's quicker, and I don't care about it.
And not only that, Jeffrey's the emperor.
Yes. So my ideas are amazing.
Yeah.
I can be given the chance. What do you think, though? Seriously, okay, not you. Wasn't talking to you. I already know what you think. You think very little, and you vocalize it very quickly.
You want to hear it again? No.
So if the 7th and 8th place team played each other to figure out who gets the 7 seed,
okay,
and then the 9th and 10th place teams play each other to figure out who gets the 8th seed. So there's one play-in game, and we go on with our lives.
How about if you finish the regular season as a 7 seed, we don't play any more damn games and just move on. How about that?
I'm listening. Because then, wait, who was 7th and who was 8th?
Lakers were 7th. Warriors were 8th.
Actually, now I like the play-in idea.
Well, that's because it was the Lakers.
I just want to hurt them.
Yeah,
I want them to just go away.
I understand.
Booger Wolf says Laker fans are crackheads.
Wow. Why don't you tell us how you really feel? Jeez.
Wow. Did you get delivered to your house, Phil, or did you have to go somewhere to get the crack?
Yeah.
So
I have a
you
guy.
Could be a crackhead?
I have a guy.
Fair enough. All
Do
right.
you buy them by the rock?
Well,
the giant rock?
They're more called crystals these days.
I don't know the lingo.
I don't either.
And I'm
I was just
I'm a
making
good
that
boy.
up. Yeah.
So last night it was the really boring basketball. Pacers stomped on the Hornets. We talked about that yesterday, 144 to 117.
Yeah.
And then the Boston Celtics pretty well had their way with the Washington Wizards. There was a little bit of a burst of life here, but yeah, it was just kind of
Yeah.
It was a lot of in that. So the Pacers they now let me see if I got this right. The Pacers are going to play the Wizards.
That would be correct.
And to figure out who's going to be 8th, and the Celtics are now the 7th seed. Is that right? I think it's right.
The Celtics are guaranteed to be the 7th seed facing off against the Nets.
I'm getting the hang of this thing.
There you go.
But yeah, the East just sucks pretty bad, right?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was just bad.
That's why your system with the 7 and 9, because then the Pacers would automatically be a playoff berth.
Nobody cares about the East. Nobody cares about the East.
So you're saying your playoff philosophy is only for the West?
Well, yeah. Well,
if it works for baseball, it might as well work for the.
I don't need
to
know what happens in the East. Just when you're ready, show up.
Yeah, handle it amongst yourselves.
Don't even see the results.
If Jeffrey were the emperor of the NBA, he'd make it 2 separate unions and meet sometime.
I'll tell you what I would do. Here's what I would do. In all seriousness, I would get rid of the East and West. I'd make it just one big thing.
Now this I like.
And then you have a proper tournament
We
with the best teams. And if it's a bunch of teams in the West, or air quotes, so be it. Give me the best 16 teams, and let's just have a damn playoff.
Now this I like.
So help me understand this. We all know I'm very old and frail of mind.
It's very well known. You've made it very apparent.
You're saying that there would be no divisions, no conferences. They would just be the NBA.
Damn straight. Damn tootin'. Now, I guess if you needed to have division, just for
nobody cares about the divisions now. Do you guys know who is the current winner of the NFC, or excuse me, the NBA divisions?
No,
nobody does. I think the Mavericks, who are like a number 6
Salt Lake
seed right
City,
now, they won the Southwest.
Was it Utah or Salt Lake? Yeah, was it Utah or Salt
Okay,
Lake
so
City?
you're
Which one was it?
saying you would just get rid of conferences altogether?
It's fine.
No
nobody's listening to
Eastern
you right
or
now.
Western Conference?
So nobody's paying attention when I ask if it's
Phil,
Utah
why
or
do you
Salt
think
Lake
that
City.
would be wonderful to have no Eastern
say
or
anything I
Western
want over here.
Conference?
They've already worked this out between divisions.
Give you a
Nobody cares
recipe
that the
for
Phoenix
mashed
Suns
potatoes for you.
or the Clippers
Boil some
are vying
potatoes
for the
and-
number 1 seed.
Could you
coming out
speak
of the
up?
Pacific.
You mash the
yeah.
potatoes.
Yeah, you know what I
Speak
can
up.
do is I can lower him.
Yeah.
Just that's really rude.
Yeah. But anyways, they've already done this, and being the one series in all of sports, I think that they already have a very heavily favored towards the best teams make it the furthest in the NBA. The most verifiable best teams in the NBA usually.
Did you
win the
answer my
championship.
question though? Are you saying get rid of the Eastern and Western
Yeah.
conferences?
Yeah, because I think
And just have a big conglomerate known as the NBA.
absolutely.
I'm good with it.
There are some Western teams I would much rather see the Grizzlies assured in the playoffs than the Hornets, than the Pacers, than even the Wizards.
So how would you do scheduling then? How would you do these
just
scheduling?
everybody plays everybody 3 times?
Huh? I had never thought, and I'm not poo-pooing it.
Yeah.
I'm just
I'm
trying to think
certainly
about
get
it.
to see. Now, let's say you are a team that like I don't know what's the worst team you can think of? The Lakers. Let's say you're the Lakers, and
Houston Rockets.
Your home games, a lot of times you see the same people.
Yeah, because
But
you're playing
if you
Western Conference.
Get
guys.
rid of divisions and you work out a way of scheduling. Now, when you go to a home game, at some point you're going to see most any team come through, not just the West, not just the East.
So then
you can see more of the superstars.
You could it could be in 1 week you could play if you're the Phoenix Suns in 1 week you could play Boston, then you could go fly all the way to the West Coast and play the Lakers, and then go to Oklahoma City. You're
theory.
saying in theory, because there's no more conferences, you're talking about these guys could just fly willy-nilly all over the country.
They could, but
they
usually
willy-nilly.
Yeah, because right now, even with the schedule as it was this year, you saw a lot of the trips that the Phoenix Suns took. If they faced the Miami Heat, they would also play the Orlando Magic.
And what
in that
about
same-
these back-to-back nights? You could potentially have one in New York City
You
and
don't
one in
schedule it
Golden
that
State.
way. No, you don't schedule it
I mean,
that
we
way.
could also have the debate of whether or not they should lower the amount of games, anyways. That's something completely.
I mean, I'm just
understandable.
playing devil's advocate.
Sure,
here.
sure.
I'm just throwing this stuff out here.
Well, if I'm the emperor,
Yeah.
I'll make sure that none of the scheduling puts a back-to-back on from one coast to the other. And I'm going to make sure that the playoffs have the absolute best
Yeah.
teams. Period.
Okay. All right.
Might even be a few games to the death. I don't know.
To the death.
No, I don't know. It depends if the Lakers are playing.
You play
And
until someone falls over and dies.
we might have a thing where you have the basketball court, but it's up 182 feet on risers. And if somebody goes for a loose ball, you may lose them and the ball. I mean, there's other ideas I've got as emperor, but like now I'm just trying to keep with the simplest ones.
Oh, those are the simplest.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
simple games.
Absolutely.
They get more intricate as you go along.
Oh yeah, it has to do with those giant cutty knife things like in Indiana Jones.
Ah,
Whoosh,
yeah. Oh.
whoosh, whoosh,
Are we still talking
whoosh.
about the NBA here?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Look, the NBA, they already don't care about their divisions, as they don't seed according to division winners. So this will be a smooth transition of sorts. And
I
you would
don't
probably-
know. I think there's got to be some rhyme or reason. You can't just have this one.
Listen, the NFL schedules things. Now I get it. Sometimes we think they're idiots, but they also, when they do these things, they try to be at least aware okay, if they were over there playing on that team this 1 week, then we have to take in consideration. The only team that they've done real dirty this year are the 49ers. The 49ers have like 8,000 miles between one game and another, and it's just completely crazy on their travel schedule. But in general, they try to figure it out, and I'm sure they could do the same thing with the NBA, where you figure out something that's okay. We're doing this here, then we go home, then it's close to that, then we do that, then we'll do a travel schedule where it's this thing in a row, then we'll come back here.
Isn't it more fun to see who comes out of the East and who comes out of the West?
Again, because the East has sucked for 20 plus years.
You've already proven the point that divisions don't matter. Therefore, let's expand it.
See,
to
the
conferences.
Raptors won what, 3 years ago, 2 years ago?
Okay, the one little exception to the East being any good, one team.
Cleveland Cavaliers.
One team. Well, that LeBron Cavaliers.
Miami damn near won last year.
No. Hey, listen, in general, the East is just a wasteland.
I understand that.
With one team.
I
with one team. And then the West is just an embarrassment of riches. And if you remove those lines, you end up with better playoffs. You end up with a better tournament.
Well, I mean, I suppose. Okay. All right.
888-368-1580. Randy, I thought you were the emperor and Jeffrey was the commissioner.
Oh, no. Jeffrey's the emperor. I'm the commissioner.
Well, actually, no. I am the Southwest Regional Man Card Commissioner. Also, I am eligible to become emperor. Randy is the king of the fourth dimension. They have made him leader of the fourth dimension.
I see. There we go. Yes.
Because originally I was not very high on that term because we always called everybody super fans.
Yeah.
Then they added on another word, and I was like, I don't know if I feel so good about making this thing more complicated. And Randy took up the cause, and they made him the leader of the fourth dimension.
Well, that is true. I am the king of the fourth dimension.
Randy,
Thank you very much.
Randy, might I be able to convince you that this is a great idea if I were to give you some of the potential matchups that would occur?
Well, I mean,
if this rule were invoked?
This is great talking fodder, but I've already kind of given up because I don't really care about the NBA. I care about the Suns, but yeah.
They play in the NBA.
Well, I knew they were somehow associated to the NBA. Go ahead, Phil. I didn't want to squash you there. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, the Utah Jazz would play the Boston Celtics. The Phoenix Suns would play the Grizzlies. The 76ers would play the Warriors. Miami.
Doesn't this already happen?
No. We wouldn't see the Warriors play the 76ers in the other format. They would only meet in the finals.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That wasn't very convincing.
Well, I kind of got squashed.
So you're talking about playoff scenarios, right?
Yeah. These would be actual series. If we were at a 1 through 16, regardless of conference, regardless of division schedule, these would be things, and you'd be able to at least find ways.
I mean, I think it would be new and fun and exciting for a while, but then wouldn't it get stale after a while?
As much as anything gets stale. But let's continue moving. Shaking,
so
jiggling.
It has been brought to our attention by Large Marge.
Yeah.
The Suns won the Pacific Division there,
They
and the Clippers were second place. The Lakers down. I can't see them.
They're third.
They're third. The Mavericks won the Southeast. The Jazz won the Northwest. Hawks won the Southeast, Bucks won the Central, and Atlanta was won by the 76ers.
Since nobody talks about these divisions, why the hell does it matter?
Thank you.
Why don't they just eliminate them?
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you.
What does this have to? Is it tax purposes? Do we have to have divisions for the tax man, or what the hell's going on?
I don't know
Frequent flyer miles.
Plays with taxes.
All right.
Booger Wolf says Draymond Green is going to treat AD like a gimp.
Okay.
Fed Fan says Westbrook has to play better or he'll never get rid of that title of stats monster. Yeah, Russell Westbrook, he's just the only bright spot on that Wizards team.
No. Bradley Beal is the straw that stirs that drink.
All
Bradley
right, so
Beal
you
is
got
amazing.
you got Russell Westbrook and Ally McBeal. Outside of that, there's nothing going on there.
Well, there's the problem right there. Ally McBeal is an actress right there. That's why they don't make the damn playoffs right there.
Skinny. Very.
I mean, anybody with two eyeballs and who's got a Netflix account would know what the hell's going on there.
It's like skinny, like hugging a bag full of hangers. It's just, it's uncomfortable. All shoulder blades and weirdness.
That's my Memorial Day weekend plan.
Yeah, and she's married, Han Solo.
No, she passed away.
Ally McBeal?
Ally McBeal is dead?
No, the other one who was married to Han Solo.
What? Ally McBeal is dead?
Well, Princess Leia was never married. They just had an affair. Like,
well, what do you mean an affair?
They had an affair back.
She was
in
never
the
married,
70s.
and he was never married.
He was married, and they had it. You know, Phil, by the proper definition of the word affair, you could say they had a love affair, and nobody had to have been married.
Wait a minute.
Connotation.
What's happening here?
Phil's being stupid.
Mm.
Jagdog says, congratulations to the Golden State Warriors and a wonderful win tonight. Double crowns to all listeners in the fourth dimension. NBA have to have the Lakers in the playoffs to keep the ratings up. So the touch fouls on LeBron and Davis are going to be in full effect tonight.
Yeah, I believe that.
What are we talking about? What, 4 years ago, the Lakers were out of the playoffs for like 8 years straight. They need to be in the playoffs for the rankings.
Sometimes these guys forget themselves, and somebody gives LeBron a fist bump in the good game line, and he goes down.
Yeah, they flops right there.
Lightning Bolt says, would you consider this season a failure if the Suns lose in the first round?
No.
Would you feel that this season is a failure if the Lakers lose in the first round?
Yes. Different expectations.
Perhaps.
The expectations, I think, got to be a little bit lower for the Lakers considering all the injuries they've had.
No. They are still in championship contention. If anything less than a second round exit, even a second round exit, I think I'm being overly generous. But a second round exit unless is an abysmal and abomination.
Bruno Baller says, here's a novel idea. Why don't they have the 7th seed play the 10th seed and the 8th seed play the 9th seed with the winners moving on? That's not bad either. Didn't I
like
already
a
say
first
that?
round bye?
I thought I said
Is
something
that what
like
you're talking about?
Maybe with the no conference schedule, you could have, mini 2 and 3 game series during the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting. So a team travels and they play like 3 games in a row.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if the teams or coaches would like that because you don't want a team to get too used to you or too familiar with you in the regular season. You don't want to give them too much because then if you meet up again with them in playoffs, they know you.
I still feel like the schedule makers would make like an East Coast, West Coast swing for these teams.
That would just be a sort of a travel ease sort of thing. But I think that, again, if you travel, let's say you're the Fakers, and let's say you go to Utah, and then you go over to Oklahoma, then you go over to the Indiana Pacers, and you sort of have a travel schedule, and then you go home, and then you do another travel schedule. You go to the Phoenix, then you go to the Dallas Mavericks, then you go to up the East Coast. You have little travel runs like that.
Now, see, here's something that I would like to see put in place.
What would you like to see?
All the teams I hate, like the Lakers, they never have a home game.
I like it.
Yankees never have a home game.
Shut down the arenas. Shut down the stadiums.
Yeah, they're just always on the road.
The Jet says, Randy will follow you to the depths of hell.
Thank you.
Keep leading the fourth dimension.
I'll see you in hell.
Maybe Brad says, so is Phil the bathroom attendant?
What?
Well, if I'm the emperor and he's the leader of the fourth dimension, we don't do that. That's weird. The guy says, towel. No, thank
Can
you.
I hold you, sir?
No, thank you.
No.
Baker's cocky hen says, you telling me the best basketball team in LA is the Clippers? How the Lakers have fallen. Like dandruff, the Flakers falling
What
to
does
the
that
floor.
even mean? Come talk to me when the Clippers can make it past the second round.
I like the way that sounded. Thank you, Baker's cocky hens. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Sorry to interrupt your jams, murder mystery podcasts, or motivational beach noises, but we got something else you might like to hear. It's called cash. That's the sound of an extra $250 after your first 10 deliveries with Uber Eats. That's right, an extra $250 on top of all the other cash you'll make during those first 10 deliveries. If that sounds good, visit t.uber.com/extra 250. Uber Eats, deliver with us. Limited time offer, terms apply. See t.uber.com/extra 250 for more details.
I can pop a beer in here, right? Your cousin from Boston. This here is Sam Adams Boston Lager. It's my go-to beer. Not too heavy, not too light. Oh boy, That's whoopsie daisy. Oh no. Is there somebody that can help? Come on in the room. It poured right in the keyboard. Relax. I spill beer on my computer all the time. Sam Adams Boston Lager. The Boston Beer Company, Boston, Massachusetts. Drink responsibly.
We're on a mission to connect every Arizona service member, veteran, and their families to the support and resources they deserve to make sure that there are no barriers to the benefits and services earned through service to our country. Find out how we can assist you in Arizona. Visit connectveterans.org or call 866-4AZ-VETS right now to learn more. This message is brought to you by the Arizona Coalition for Military Families, the Arizona Department of Veteran Services, and Arizona's Be Connected partners.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic. Coming up on Thursday at 1 p.m., the Suns find out their first round matchup. Let's break it down and look forward to Sunday. Diamondbacks are trying their best against the Dodgers. Let's get updated on that series. We'll check in on the NHL playoffs and get an update on each series. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the main event Thursday, 1 p.m. on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
Does your company need bonds? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than any competitor anywhere. Our relationships with every major surety get you the credit you need fast, and we never stop working to exceed your expectations. Call me personally at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution to better bonds.
Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase.
The NFL draft is over. The teams have made their picks and reshaped their teams. Now comes the hard part.
They've got to turn these rookies into NFL players.
That means OTAs, training them, testing them, training camps,
Pushing them farther than ever before.
We've got our eyes and ears on all of it.
Listen to the latest on your exclusive home for the NFL.
1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Mr. Pringle says apparently the NBA commissioner called Rob Manfred, asked him for the best way to screw up the playoffs, and now we got this. Now we got the play-in tournament.
Isn't that wonderful?
You going to be interested about tonight's results? Thank you. That's all.
What was that? What was Phil talking about?
I thought I heard Phil.
What is he saying?
I was trying to listen, but
Boomer Sooner says, "Hey Phil, is Buddy Heil from Oklahoma still in the league?"
Yeah.
Is it Heil? Heel?
Well, it's Buddy Hield.
Yeah.
If that's who he's talking about, the
There's
Sacramento Kings player.
There's an I in his name. I don't know.
Yeah.
H-E-I-L. So I don't know how to
Well,
pronounce
it's
it.
supposed to be Buddy Hield,
Yeah.
and there is an I.
What did Buddy Heal?
Here, boy. Heel.
Oh,
Heel.
no.
What? I don't even know who he is. What are you talking about?
Buddy Hield. He played over for Oklahoma, and he had a pretty good college run.
Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner.
I don't know why we're talking about him.
I don't either.
The Jet says, Jeffrey, I've noticed you haven't been reading my text lately, and I think I know why. Oh, I don't have to finish reading the rest of the text today because you're right. Licky Lips Johnson says, I know why Booger Wolf talks so much bleep. It's because he wishes he was from Los Angeles and he wishes he repped the purple and gold. Suns have been to the finals, what, one time? How embarrassing.
More than once.
So I have no problem with the history of the Lakers. Yeah, they've had a great history, which Phil was 0% part of. And, I understand, yes, the Lakers have had great success. And, the Suns, it has not been that way for them historically. They've had moments where, kind of like in the commercial with the insurance salesman and the fishing pole, holding the dollar.
Almost got it.
Oh, so close. And the Suns have been able to get within sniffing distance. A game 6 against the Bulls, and whatever the hell it is that Shaq and Steve Nash did. But yeah, it has not historically been, great for the Suns.
No,
but that doesn't mean they don't have a chance. They came very, very close with the 94 Suns, but in this situation, I don't think I'm embarrassed by it.
No,
as much as it's just, it just hasn't been great for the Suns.
1%'s always a chance.
There is more than 1% chance.
If they face the Lakers in the first round, 1%.
Oh, okay.
Wow, that was some amazing analysis by you, Phil.
Thank you. For more, go to the behind the paywall at www.philspicks.com.
His OnlyFans account
I
has
guess.
one fan.
Is that what that is? An
Yeah.
OnlyFans thing?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. The Jet says, "Damn you, radio pal." You're welcome. Boomer Sooner says, "You're talking about Buddy because I asked the blender a sports question." Okay, but what's the point? Why are you even asking that? I mean, is there a joke there?
I don't think so. I mean, he's doing the Lord's work down there in Sacramento. Other than that, don't know what to talk about.
Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
So I have a man card accreditation to give out, but I'm not really sure who to give
Finally.
it to.
I've
Not
been
you,
waiting.
Phil. 0% you.
Yeah.
The twist in this story is so weird. Even the firefighters were confused when they showed up to help. So the other night, 3 guys in their 20s were brawling in the hallway of an apartment building near Philadelphia.
Okay.
They were up on the 8th floor.
So you mean it was a typical Tuesday night?
Yeah, for Philadelphia. But
Okay.
here's what I don't know.
All right.
I don't know why they were fighting. I don't know if it was 2 against 1 or all 3 fighting each other in just a big melee. I don't know what the hell was happening
Let's
there.
just agree it's a typical Tuesday night in Philly.
Yeah, kind of like us on
So,
Monday.
they were fighting there and on the 8th floor. And at some point, this brawl, you know how it is, you're throwing people around.
Yeah.
Somehow they broke through a set of closed elevator doors and
Okay.
all 3 of them fell down the elevator shaft.
Wow.
Whoa.
They landed on the elevator, which was on the 1st floor. So initially, they actually dropped 7 stories.
Jeez.
And I think that the cable and bouncing up against each other and bouncing up against the inside of the elevator shaft, they all survived.
Survived,
okay.
but at what cost?
2 broke through the ceiling of the elevator and ended up inside it. The 3rd
Yeah.
guy was like tonk, like right on top.
Yeah.
So the firefighters got there. They thought the whole elevator had fallen because these
boy.
guys were so jacked up. And
Okay.
then that's what the news said. An elevator has fallen. But then details about the fight came out later. One guy ended up with a broken leg. One of them was flown to a hospital by helicopter.
Well, he fell, 13 stories? Yeah.
7. Still not clear who was injured or what or
Yeah.
why or
Uh-huh.
anything. Man card accreditation goes to the badasses for falling down in the shaft and surviving. And that's a man card accreditation.
No.
But there's so many questions that I'm really not sure what to do with this.
Hmm.
Phil, what you are not the Southwest Regional Man Card Commissioner.
Yeah.
But I'm the loudest person in the room.
Well, we can fix that.
Yeah.
But in this case, absolutely that's damn manly. You're in
Yeah.
a fight.
No.
Yeah.
You're in a big old fist fight. You
Yeah.
fall down an elevator shaft and you live to tell the tale.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How is that not manly?
The manliest person is the one who gets the other guys to fall down the shaft and then is declared the winner of the
This isn't
of the
about
mountaintop.
smarter or trickier. This is just damn manliness
Yeah.
that you
Yep.
fell 7 stories down
Yeah.
an elevator shaft and you live.
That's true.
The elevator did worse than the dudes who fell on it.
Yeah. Oh, yep.
I'm
Yep.
just saying,
No, that's a good point.
somebody is damn manly in this group.
Yeah.
I didn't say smart. I didn't say brilliant. I didn't say even that they were good fighters.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, fall down an elevator shaft and walk away. That's pretty amazing.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
they
That's
got
good
played.
point.
They
Good
got
point.
played.
Yep.
So right now I have not enough details, but all 3 of them at this moment get man card accreditation.
Under consideration.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 This is a thing.
Yeah.
Totally a thing.
Yeah.
So I've been working on my my manly man card.
Yes.
My,
you do have a manly man card.
My manly man car, muscle
Yep.
car.
Where is
it? Where is it? That's not funny. I got low jack on it. I'll find it quick enough. So I've been doing so what the kids call mods. I'm modifying
mods?
stuff.
Yeah.
I like the cold air intake that I put in there with my own bare manly hands.
Yeah,
I did the work
yeah.
myself.
And I can attest, he did not cut himself one time. So excellent job, Jeffco.
No. Although it's not a man card violation to cut yourself. Although I did very oddly cut myself this weekend.
Yeah.
I was in the garage building them shelves
Uh-huh.
so we can organize the donations and stuff for the charity. And I had this big rubber mallet. And when you're putting together shelves, you settle them in there and you tap, 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 tap,
Yeah,
tap, tap, tap. So I got to the 4th set of shelves. I was getting kind of tired. It was pretty damn hot. And I just wasn't really tap, 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 tap. And I didn't look at this tap, tap over here when
Yeah.
I was holding it.
Yeah.
And pow. And I didn't feel like I'd hit it hard enough,
Mm-hmm.
but it split open the inside of my hand right here. And
Ah.
I get, how you do that thing where this is a manly thing, Phil. You won't understand,
Yeah.
but you know when you get a big cut, you
Yeah.
make it talk.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Mr. Cut.
Yeah.
And it grosses out everybody around you. Honey, it's bleeding. Oh no, I'm just spitting up a little bit of my Kool-Aid. That's not blood. Well, that's what happened.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I didn't feel like I should have cut myself open so much. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, getting cut. It's not a man card violation.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, but of course, back to the car thing. So I'm gonna have some ideas, trying to do something kind of cool,
Yeah.
you know, nothing too crazy.
Okay.
And you know, I'm thinking about doing stuff with the exhaust, and I'm thinking about dressing the car up a little bit, you know,
Sure.
doing some little touches to make it unique.
Mods.
Right.
These are the mods you're talking about.
Modifications.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I'm sitting there kind of flipping through, looking at ideas. And I guess the idea of this one was to give your car a vintage look. But I don't know that this is a good idea. High-end auto shop in England starts customizing new cars by doing this. They take little sections of them and they make them look rusty. New cars.
Yeah.
They're rustifying new cars.
Yeah.
This makes sense.
Yeah.
Not in a cool paint scheme,
No.
but like taking like little things. Like they had a Land Rover
Yeah.
where they had a couple of sections, like little vents on the side, these little square little vent things.
Right.
This is super smart.
And they rusted the crap out of it.
Uh-huh.
And so instead of the whole thing, it's like using rust like an accent color.
Yeah.
And
It's called patina.
No. This is legit rusting the hell out of the metal and then putting it on the car. This is not a paint scheme. This is them.
No, the patina is not a paint scheme.
This is actual hardcore rusted all the way to it. And so that, yeah, you can have the entire car done that way if you really want. They can seal it up and keep the fresh look. That is more along the patina idea. But they say, or you can just leave it alone, let the natural course of corrosion continue.
Yeah.
And so if they stick these pieces on, it will start to spread like a rust cancer on your car. And I think this is a bad idea. It won't work here in Arizona because nothing rusts out here. That's the great thing about an Arizona car.
Okay.
You're not going to have rust.
All right.
But why would you? Do you think that would look cool?
That is the hot look now. The patina look is hot.
No, I'm not talking about where you kind of have that sort of scatter little bits of rust, like a car had been sitting in the barn for a while. Look, what they do on purpose. I'm saying an entire panel, rusted.
Wow,
red, hardcore red in real rust.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I think they're trying to do a takeoff of the patina look.
Yeah, this is like patina next
like
level.
A next level. Yeah. I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Shut up, Phil. So yeah, I say this is a bad idea.
Well, I think it's smart because look,
How is it smart?
Look, I think it's smart. If you take a look at all three of our cars, my car is probably the most beat up. It's a bit dumpy. I get it. But I try to keep it. I like it a little bit more rustic, a little bit more rusty, if you will, because I park my car on a lot of side streets. Being in LA, it was a lot of side streets. You don't really have isolated garages or anything. And so whenever people are looking to go into cars or something, I can't imagine that they would think that the higher value stuff would be in a rusty car.
Yeah, your car doesn't need it. But I see what you're saying. Thieves don't care. Can I tell you that? Thieves don't care. It's about the what's easy, not what looks poor. Because I had when I was a kid, I had a 72 Ford Maverick. I've told you guys about how much I love that car. Somebody stole it once. And my mom, who does not really swear, she's like, why would somebody steal that piece of bleep? I'm like, geez, mom. And so it's a matter of opportunity. And maybe if they look in the window, they see like in my case, I put an Alpine stereo in there, and so they wanted it. So I got the car back a little bit different than when I but still not I don't think the rust thing is going to stop nobody.
So you're saying that these guys in England are actually rusting there? It's not a wrap.
Yes.
It's not a paint.
Literal
They're actually
rusting
rusting.
it.
That's the stupidest, dumbass thing
That's
I've
what
ever
I've
heard
been
of in my
trying to
entire
tell you.
life.
That's what I've been saying this whole time.
I mean, I'm looking on here, rust look to cars, and you can get wraps and you can get paints.
This ain't rust look. This is rusting pieces of your car.
Well, I know that look,
You
that
get
rust
tetanus every
look,
time you wash it.
That rust look is very hot among the car detailer or car enthusiasts nowadays.
You get tetanus.
Stupid. I just don't get it. FedFan, I'm sorry, Random Texter says, Does that company in England add rust to your car? Do stuff for an Arizona car, like maybe fade paint, and oxidized paint? No, you know what does that? The sun. Fed fan says you fight, you break a leg falling down an elevator shaft, and that makes you manly.
Yeah.
Boy, am I glad I'm a chick. No, listen.
Way to go, Fed fan.
Stupid
Amen.
people fighting, stupid people falling down an elevator. But if you fall down the elevator and you survive it, there is some sort of a man card accreditation for toughness there. I didn't say they were smart. I didn't say it was genius. I'm just saying you're kind of a badass if you survive 7 stories. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, they fell 37 stories down. That's got to. You've got to get some sort of accreditation for doing that.
Expect a gal to understand, and I certainly don't expect Phil.
Jeffrey,
Fed fan says I had a 23-year-old Honda and it got stolen. Thieves took the back seat out of it.
Ooh.
Yeah, see, they'll just they'll steal you for parts, man. Baker's cocky hen says, "Oh my God, Hoyer got signed by the Patriots." Yes, I saw that. Poor Bruce Jacobs. Here's hoping he plays against the Jets and beats them both games. Doubtful though Hoyer will make the team with Newton, Jones, and Stidham there.
No, I think the odd man out is Stidham.
Yeah,
there.
Stidham's going to be going home.
Yeah, Stidham's
or
going to
traded.
Yes, Stidham going to be stickummed out.
I don't think Stidham really showed anybody anything ever.
Remember when they were trying to sell us that bag of goods and say, no, Stidham, he's fantastic.
No, he's a starter in Denver, but anywhere else, forget it.
Oh, stop.
Bruno Baller says, you would think in England, with all the rain they get, it probably wouldn't take too long just to get naturally rusty. It's a good point. Why pay for that? Like, remember, there's always somebody doing this kind of stupid stuff, Randy. Remember the torn up jeans? People are selling jeans that were like shredded and torn up.
Yeah.
And in acid washed and all those things.
Yeah.
Good Cat says, by the way, Phil, how dare you turn down Jeffrey's microphone when he's talking about mashed potatoes?
You were talking about mashed potatoes?
Yeah, and it's when you turned on my microphone and people noticed. Napa Bob says, it appears Phil uses too much Brill cream. I can't picture him. Can't picture him in a ball cap.
Brill cream.
What is that?
He's got a little bit of the Bob's Big Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he does.
Oh, is that a hair thing?
Yeah, a little gel.
Okay,
Are you a Dapper Dan man?
No. Yeah, you want to know my secret? And this might be, I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this. I just use lotion.
We know you use lotion, Phil.
Ooh.
Fish Tank says, Phil, I try to back you up whenever I can, but unfortunately, this is not one of those times. This rusty car thing is just an excuse to be lazy with keeping up your car's maintenance.
No, it's a thing. I was looking up here at carthrottle.com. Yeah, this company is offering pre-rusted car trim pieces, and it is a process they put them to start the actual process of rusting. And at any time, if you garner that this is the time I would like this frozen in time, they will seal it, and there will be no further rust, no further oxidation.
Yeah, it just don't.
But that is the hot look now in all these car enthusiast places.
President Wallet says, acting like a jerk face and surviving, that's not manly. Sorry, Jeffrey. I know we have no veto power here, but we can agree to disagree. You guys are missing the point. I am only talking about the fact they survived the fall, not about any of the rest of that.
Yep.
If some old man was kind of walking along and was like, whoop, and fell without all the other stuff,
like in a
his
pothole,
survival would have been a man card accreditation. Now, keep in mind, Prison Wallet, you can lose that man card accreditation if we determine that the rest of that stuff was so bad that it causes a detriment to the manliness. So I'm only talking about the fact you survived that. Circumcised Mosquito says, Phil, you don't need lotion. You can just borrow some of Jeffrey's magic lube.
Oh boy.
My wife has been moving that around from cabinet to cabinet. So when I open a cabinet, there it is in my face. Magic lube. I think she's messing with me.
Yeah, I wonder if she's trying to make a point
I'm
here.
just glad you haven't brought it to work.
If we have an O-ring that needs the help, we'll take care of it. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, let's talk some football. I got some good news. I actually have some good NFL news.
All right.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Everybody, Mark Asher, about to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time, and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now, you can get your first week $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention the Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Felicia.
We're the hosts of the show Drive Friendly.
With Steve's 40 years of experience, you're going to get the real insider information about the automotive industry. And I'll be interviewing local celebrities and experts so you can be informed and live your very best life.
Laugh and learn with Steve, Felicia, and the gang. You'll be smarter for listening. Drive Friendly, 10 a.m. Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
Thank goodness it seems like the worst is over, but is your business back to pre-COVID numbers? Hi, Bruce Jacobs here to invite you to take advantage of a great opportunity to promote that you are open and ready to serve. With our affordable Open for Business advertising package, you'll only spend hundreds but reach thousands of potential new customers. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com and click on the link for Open for Business package. This offer will not last long. The Open for Business package on 1580 The Fanatic. Now let's all get back to business.
Market Wrap host Mo Ansari talks about the benefits of a financial advisor.
Not only the technicals and the fundamentals and the valuation, but you have to look at the macro picture. And that requires a lot of work where you're looking at the sectors and industries within the sectors. And then you find the stocks within the sectors that are doing better. And then you have to do the work on those individual stocks. And you sort of go to tons of sand before you find those nuggets of gold. And the discipline to do that continuously, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, that is the hard part. People become traders, but they have a job, they've got a family, they get distracted, and then you look at it 3 weeks later and it's all history. Like your personal trainer to keep your health on check, this is why you need a financial advisor to keep your emotions in check.
If you need help keeping your investments on track, call pound 250 and say talk to Mo, or go to compact.com and click on the Get Started button. That's COMPAK.com.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor, funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA, SIPC.
The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And coming up this weekend, we got the PGA Championships for you on Saturday and Sunday. Thursday and Friday, we will have some updates for you. And then at 7 p.m. Tonight, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we'll have the PGA Championship Tonight show here on 1580 The Fanatic. All your golf right here for you. Your home for the PGA Championships. Guano says, could I hear Sergio's take on the PGA Championship?
Well, it's going to be quite windy out there, on Kiwi Island there, off the coast of the Netherlands, playing the PGA Championship. And I anticipate that I'm going to do pretty well. I'm fierce when it comes to the windy conditions on Kiwi Island.
You realize
Netherlands.
You are 60-1. Sergio Garcia to win this thing.
I might as well be 200-1, and you can put $20 on that because I'm going to return your money with benefits. I'm Sergio Garcia. Maybe you forget that I won the Masters.
You tell us that quite a bit.
Well, I just don't want you to forget what kind of a great golfer I really am. That, and I'm a Spaniard.
Right. Yeah, we got you. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
So there you go, Guano. It's going to be windy. And Sergio Garcia has predicted that he will win the PGA Championship.
Would you expect anything else? I'm a Spaniard and a Masters champion.
That's right. Well, I think you need to go hit the driving range and.
I don't need to. I'm going to join LeBron at post game to drink some tequila.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think that's a good pre-tournament ritual. That should work.
Excellent.
888-368-1580. Random texture says, Jeffrey, is the good news that the NFL that Urban Meyer decided not to bring Tim Tebow to camp? Hey, listen, I'm in that division with my Colts. I hope he does bring Tim Tebow to camp. I hope he does turn that locker room against him. I hope he does try to use Tim Tebow in a game. So, my old friend Darius Leonard will make an honest man out of Tim Tebow. Welcome to the NFL again. I hope that does happen.
Try and block this.
Yeah, that'll be one play. It's not my good news. My good news is something that we talked about the other day. You remember we talked about Jontarius Bryant. He's from Austin, and he's that defensive back who somebody catfished him and says, "Hey, come try out for the Falcons." And it turned out that somebody just screwing with him. Well, he has been invited. He will now be part of the Hub football event on May 23rd.
Okay.
Numerous NFL teams show up and will evaluate. So it's like a tryout for a bunch of different teams all together. So he is at least going to get a shot to try to make an NFL team.
Did he double check this? Did he confirm this?
What's that?
Did he confirm this with the appropriate parties?
Yes. So, the NFL.com is like, oh, this is going to be good. And we'll release a news release. There's Jontarius Bryant going, oh, man.
Oh, no.
There's nobody here. Am I just the first person, or
did I get here early?
Oh, Roger Goodell, you bastard. That's funny. No, you got me. You got me. Oh God, this is so horrible. Poor guy. That was just nice. I thought maybe because we've seen stories in the past, right, where you got a guy standing out there, hold up a sign saying traveled all the way here, would just love a playoff, we'll play football for food or whatever. And they're like, give that kid a try, get him in here, let's see. And every now and then somebody does something really nice. And you can't do that for everybody, I get that, or else you'd have a nonstop line of Uncle Rico's at your door hoping to get in and play in the NFL. And
I can throw this football over that there mountain.
Right. And that gets cumbersome, but every now and then when you hear a story like that, you got to give a guy a shot.
Remember the movie Vince what was it? Vince Papali. What was that movie?
The Usual Suspects.
No, Vince Papali.
It's the one where Mark Wahlberg played him.
Yeah. When that was all going down, the Eagles had like open tryouts, and it reminds me of that. They had all these guys out there, some of them with capes on and stuff, trying to make the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, some guys just going out there doing that for fun. Maybe get a chance to see an actual player and actually get to be close to a coach. And it's a lot of guys would go there, not even play it serious, but Vince Papali did, and he's a true Philly legend. You're right, Baker's Cocky Hens, and he was the exception to that ain't nobody going to make it that way rule. So here's hoping on Jontarius Bryant. Good luck, and no matter what happens, at least now you get a fair shot.
Well, and maybe he's the next Vince Papali. Who knows?
Could be. The other good news story. This one's not NFL. This one's actually golf. John Daly. Remember he won the PGA Championship back in 1991.
Yes,
and they actually had to call the timeout on everything, saying, "Hey, everybody, go ahead and go back to your cars. We got some weather moving in. We're kind of worried about that." And so the official says, "All right, everybody get out of here. We're going to have a weather delay." And Tom Weaver was walking back to his car. He was 39 years old, and he had a wife and kids, and he got hit by lightning and he was killed.
Oh, wow.
And so Daly found out about this when he won, and he was a rookie. Remember, he wasn't even expected to win, let alone do well.
Right.
He heard about the story, so he took $30,000 out of his prize money, and which was $230,000. And he says, "Hey, somebody, let's set this up as a college fund for his kids, Emily and Karen."
Yeah.
And so that goes into an account and starts to make money. And from 1991 all the way until the time they finally went to college, that actually helped out quite a bit. And they were very thankful for it. And they, of course, these girls were like, we were so young. We were just like, we didn't really understand how cool it was what he did for us. We just like, oh, some rich guy threw some money at us, but we lost our dad. And they were very upset. They weren't blaming him, but they were upset about losing their dad. They were kids. And then later on, now get this, Karen, who is now a doctor,
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Said how much she appreciated that and how it shed a light on his true character. And then Emily, the other girl, a mom of 4 who graduated with a degree in respiratory therapy.
Wow.
So they both got their education, and they both have potential with great occupations to make some good money.
Sure,
And
sure.
they were just saying that this was a really great and nice thing. I thought that was a nice story there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it really was. A
if
nice
we could
story.
get John Daly sober long enough, we might actually understand if we explained to him how cool it was what he did back then.
Well, thoughts going out to John Daly. He's got the bladder cancer. So I don't know if a whole bunch of people knew that, but he's got the bladder cancer. So best wishes going out to him. And that was such a great deed for him to do that. He didn't have to.
You know what? I forgot about that. That
Mm-hmm.
was a fairly recent development. Wasn't
About 6 months ago, I believe he was diagnosed with it.
Yeah,
So,
bladder
yeah.
cancer. That's one where you know you're in trouble.
it? Well, he says, I am so proud of those girls, and I'm
Yeah.
happy to help them take care of that, and really happy to see what they've accomplished.
Yeah, that's what I think. That was, I think, for John Daly, that was the attraction for him. He was just like the everyday guy.
Yeah.
He didn't have the prettiest swing out there. He just went up there and swung as hard as he could to try and make the ball go a long way. And he was fallible and, like a blue collar guy. And I think everybody likes him because of that. And yet, he saw this tragedy happen, this play out, and he did something about it. So
Yeah, he was just a kid.
yeah, good for him. Good
I
for
like
him.
that he when he golfs, he actually golfs using the drink card. That as an Irishman, I got to tell you, I appreciate that. 888-368-1580. Yes, Fed fan. Yes, Navy Brad. The movie was Invincible.
Invincible,
right.
that's
Thank
it.
you
Yeah,
guys.
thank
Appreciate
you.
that.
Thought it was
Thank you.
Daddy's home.
No.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, freaking Randy literally brings him up after I hit send. Vince Papali,
Yeah,
baby. True
yeah.
Philly legend there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Good Cat says, okay, stop. Bruno Baller says, I think Sergio Garcia is also a chief meteorologist.
I don't think so.
No, but he did do some weather when you were gone. He did do a weather report about the wind.
Really?
Yeah. So
No kidding.
We also had this guy named Biff yesterday.
What?
Yeah.
there was never a guy named Biff. Shut
Yeah.
up, Phil. Senior Wake and Bake says, didn't know Scarface played golf.
Scarface.
Who?
Say hello to my little friend.
No, see, that's Scarface. Say hello to my little friend. No, that's not Sergio.
Sergio Garcia is just
Sergio's
an
more
anger
like
ball.
this. Sergio, he's very
he
suave,
came
he's
back.
sophisticated, Whereas Scarface is not. Scarface, say hello to my little friend. He's like that. He's
Very different.
always moist and sweaty, and he's
Yeah.
got a high capacity
Machine gun, yeah.
machine gun in his hand.
cocaine shakes.
Yeah,
all that.
oh, yeah.
I
Oh, yeah,
see
all
the
the
difference. It's very obvious. Licky Lips Johnson says, I think Booger Wolf must have a small peeper.
Ooh.
Oh, he's got a little friend, huh?
Booger Wolf says, purple and gold skirt is what Licky Lips has.
Wow. It's
Wow,
on.
These guys, we have Superfan on Superfan Crime.
It is on.
Do we
I have a
believe that they
feeling
know
these are
each other?
two guys sitting in cubicles or out on a work site or something,
Yeah.
just heckling each other across these radio airwaves. Speaking of which, by the way, we have a poll online right now. I'm curious. We just wanted to know, how do you listen to 1580 The Fanatic? Fed fan with a great deal of shame. We get that. But the real poll questions are, do you listen to 1580 AM? Do you listen to 99.3 FM? Do you listen to 95.9 FM in the east side? Or you just listen with your phone app or online stream? We're just kind of curious where you consume 1580 The Fanatic in your ear hole.
I'm in the studio. I listen to it right here in the studio
Okay.
firsthand.
I will note that, but that's
Thank
not
you.
a choice.
I'm listening to you guys right now.
Yes,
Thank
with,
you.
with your headphones.
Yeah.
So the rest of you can go to our Twitter at 1580 The Fanatic. I'm serious. I'd really like to know. I appreciate it if you gave us a little peek into how you enjoy 1580 The Fanatic.
Can I make a confession?
No.
Okay.
Watermelon says, I wish I got $1 every time someone said, shut up, Phil. I'd be set for life.
You wish you had $1. I wish I got a $5 every time somebody said
Wow.
that.
You know what you get paid? Navy Brad says Han Solo and Princess Leia did have a child, and his name was Kylo Ren.
They did. Dun-dun.
Nerds. What do you want to say, Phil? What are we trying to say?
So during that last break, I
Yeah.
went and got one of those slice of pizza.
Oh yeah.
It smells horrible in here, and I keep wanting to go
Oh
eat.
geez. What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
He's lactose intolerant and he's eating the real cheese pizza that was still out there.
I was just so hungry and it looked so lonely without me.
Can you keep your door closed till we leave?
Yeah. Do not open that door under any
It's
circumstances.
a good way to get us all fired by Radio Ron. He's in the building.
You ever see the Music Man? There's a parade in here going on.
Does he mean in his stomach or
I
something
guess.
else? It's just kind of weird.
I can only assume.
I don't even want to talk about it. So let's get back to NFL stuff. Now, everybody knows how much I hate the Yankees. Now, I know you're saying to yourself, was that to do with the NFL?
No.
I hate the Yankees. You know, probably the most hated football team would be the Cowboys. Not by me, but a lot of people hate the Cowboys.
Really? You think they're the most hated team?
They're obnoxious.
The Patriots are the most annoying team because they were constantly right there playing the Super Bowl.
I don't know. I think the Patriots are probably the most hated team.
I don't know. I think the Cowboys historically have been. And
Well, I don't know.
I kind of hated them a long time ago, and then I got over it. But
I think they're the most sad team because they're always irrelevant.
Well, lately.
Yeah.
It hasn't always been that way.
Okay. Anyway.
Well, Amazon was going to build a new headquarters in Philadelphia, but they hired a new CEO, their future CEO.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I don't want to have our HQ in Philadelphia. He said, they're like, why? So I hate the Eagles. I hate the Eagles. I can't go.
Okay.
I won't work at your company.
All right.
I'm a New York Giants fan. My name is Andy Chassie, and I don't want nothing to do with this.
Oh, boy.
So Amazon, little bald fella says, no problem. See ya, Philadelphia.
Wow. Well,
So-
I don't see the problem here. Now, Vince Papale fell in love and married a Giants fan, and they lived happily ever after. So
That's
why can't this
true?
guy?
I don't know if that's
It
true.
is true. Watch
Yeah?
the damn movie.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I haven't seen it yet.
Huh?
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
That's a good one.
Panera favorites are hot and ready to serve for dinner. Taste our creamy mac and cheese served in a crispy bread bowl. Or the classic bacon turkey Bravo featuring our signature sauce. How about our new mouth-watering Chipotle chicken and bacon flatbread pizza? These and other favorites are waiting for you. Order dinner tonight for delivery or pickup, only at Panera. Availability and pricing may vary.
Introducing the most highly anticipated handheld device to date. Superior design with interactive smart display, 7 personalized smart modes, and AI technology the world has never seen.
I think you're gonna wanna see this.
And the most surprising part is, we're talking about a toothbrush. The new Oral-B IO electric toothbrush. Get the wow of a professional clean feel every day.
Make it say wow.
Oral-B, brush like a pro.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel teaches you conversations that you will actually use. With 14 languages and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you'll learn what matters most to you. Babbel. Language for life. Learn a new language with ease. Go to babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com.
Everybody, Mark Asher, about to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time, and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now, you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention The Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Felicia.
We're the hosts of the show Drive Friendly.
With Steve's 40 years of experience, you're going to get the real insider information about the automotive industry. And I'll be interviewing local celebrities and experts so you can be informed and live your very best life.
Laugh and learn with Steve, Felicia, and the gang. You'll be smarter for listening. Drive Friendly, 10 a.m. Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Did you know that Constructors Bonding has been Arizona's leader in surety management for over 40 years? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than anyone anywhere. Contractors, developers, attorneys, car dealers, and hundreds of other industries turn to Constructors Bonding for their bond solutions. Call me personally at 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution for better bonding.
Live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale.
This is KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
Quiet, people, settle down. Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Phil in there pushing the buttons, and you guys are on the Summitvale Medical Text line. We are in the Harmon Solar Studio in Scottsdale, 888-368-1580. All right, well, we gone most of the show without talking a whole lot of NFL. So what do you say we talk a little bit of NFL this hour?
What do you say, Jeffrey? This hour we talk a little NFL.
I think we should play. We should play a little NFL.
Yeah, we should play a little NFL.
All right, so let's play special teams. I will kick the ball to Phil, and then you and I will tackle the hell out of it.
All right, that's it. I'll kick off, and we'll just tackle Phil.
But I get to kick off. It was my idea. We can both tackle Phil and beat the hell out of him.
I get to be tackled.
I thought okay, maybe we won't tackle Phil.
Never mind.
Fair catch.
We are not playing football this hour.
Yep, not play. We'll talk about it though, and a little bit later we'll have on this date in Big Georgia sports history.
All right,
and that sort of stuff. By the way, whatever happened to Chris Humphries? I know this is not NFL, this is NBA, but whatever happened to Chris Humphries? He played and then he just he sort of faded away. Does somebody tell me what happened to him, because I have no idea.
Is that the guy who married the Kardashian the first time?
Right. One of the earlier versions of the Kardashian curse. Old Chris Humphries.
He's gone too soon.
Ended up marrying Kim Kardashian.
Oh boy.
For what was it, 82 days? And then they broke up and got themselves a big old divorce.
Oh my.
I only asked what happened to him because he was a fairly okay, sort of decent basketball player. And then after the whole thing with Kim Kardashian, he kind of disappeared.
That's part of the curse, isn't it, Jeffrey?
So this was kind of interesting. Here, Kim Kardashian says she's hesitant to tell her kids about that marriage. And her kids are getting to a point where she's got a 7-year-old, child called Northwest.
Yeah.
Northwest hasn't been allowed to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians because, there's a whole lot of stuff that goes on there that she doesn't want to have to explain.
Huh.
And I think it's funny. She says, they'll show the crying scene from Bora Bora, and then they'll come in. The kids will see that, and then they come in and they try to act like me, and they make fun of me for it, and they mock me. She says, I really don't want them to see the 72-day marriage with Chris Humphries. She says, I don't want to explain to them who Chris Humphries is.
So then she says, I wrestled him to the ground and said, I'm with my enormous booty.
Right. So, but here's the thing that I find interesting.
Yeah.
How dumb is she? If you Google Kim Kardashian.
No, don't do that.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to get on this right now.
It's not Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Oh, no.
There's a whole lot more out there. That made her famous originally, and photographs along the way that she should be, trying to
Kim
shelter.
Kardashian?
Lots of nakedness and sex tapes. That's how she got famous.
Well, not sex tapes.
First of all, I don't even know how they ended up on TV.
Okay, here's how it happened.
Yeah.
1.5 million years ago, she had a sex tape with some rapper guy, and it
Ray
got
J. Put some respect on his name.
and it got leaked. Probably by her mom, and she had been the personal assistant to Paris Hilton. So
wait, Kim Kardashian was the personal assistant to Paris Hilton
back before she was anybody. And then, so when the whole sex tape thing broke out, everybody was kind of like, who's this girl? And then Ryan Seacrest jumped on it and says, aha, reality show. And then because he's like, wow, the mom is now with a Jenner. Used to be Kardashian.
Okay.
The whole OJ Simpson thing.
Ah.
It was a whole big thing.
Okay.
And then So they had that TV show, and every now and then she takes naked pictures of herself, and
So
that's
this
how
is
she's famous.
the Kardashian thing is a spinoff from the OJ thing. Then,
yeah, kind of.
A little bit, It's got a little bit of that
from
trickle.
that tree, sure. And so, but now when you think about all the stuff, the sex tape, all the naked pictures,
I like to
all
think
the
about it a
stuff,
lot.
Then,
See, I didn't know anything about all of this.
But
I've always wondered where the hell these people came
what
from.
she's worried about is, I am so embarrassed about only being married to Humphreys for 72 days.
Well, I think it was
Really?
more so that she got married
That's
in
the one. That's the one thing you don't want your kids to see.
Don't you think that as the kids get older, she's going to have to talk about it?
No, she needs to do is say, "Come on, kids, we're Amish now. You'll never look at the internet ever."
Wow.
And they're rich enough; they could have an island out somewhere,
Yeah.
and there's these
And
poor,
probably do.
because these poor kids, when they realize, wow, but she focused in on, I'm really embarrassed about Chris Humphreys. On the scale of 1 to 10 of where things you should be embarrassed are, I don't even know if that cracks it. Anyway, so that's why I was wondering,
Speaking of cracks,
whatever happened to Chris Humphreys?
What?
Whatever. Did you look up Chris Humphreys yet, Phil? I need you to look up his stats. Did he still play, or did
he
he
played in 2016 for the Hawks?
What happened? Did he retire? I mean, did he
I
make
guess
any?
so. He's probably working right now with the I don't know, the foreign European basketball leagues.
You don't even know what he's doing. You didn't even look it up because you got distracted and looked up Kim Kardashian.
I have a duty to this show.
Dude.
I have a moral obligation to look up booty cracks of Kim Kardashian because the show deemed it necessary.
Yeah, they'll think it's cheap anyway. Navy Brad says, I listen to the Daily Blender on the radio, but when I come home, I'll watch it on my big old 75-inch LG TV.
Yeah.
Apparently, Chris Humphreys, he now runs a chain of 7 Crisp and Green restaurants and has opened more than 10 Five Guys burger franchises.
Yeah.
All right, so he's invested his money. Good for him.
Well, okay. So Chris quickly retreated from the celebrity spotlight in last year. I don't know when this was written.
So the year before that article.
Retired from basketball, returned to his hometown in Minnesota.
Okay, good for him. At least he's not down and out, right?
Oh, this was August 23rd of 2020. So he retired in 2019.
Usually the Kardashian curse, you end up all Lamar Odom'd out, or
spouse Chris Humphreys.
There you go.
Vera Wang.
Now, that's
Kanye West.
He was never married.
He
to
was
Vera
married
Wang.
to Kanye West.
Oh, there was that 72 days.
We've all been married to Kanye West at one point.
Yeah.
Geez Louise, says Large Marge. We's using code names now, I guess. By the way, if Shut Up Phil were a drinking game, we're all bleeped. Licky Lips Johnson says, why do the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have one of the easiest schedules? Listen, they do. This is the same conversation we had about the Patriots. The NFL would always be a little soft on the schedule for the Patriots because who's good for the ratings? Tom Brady is.
No, wait a minute. Can I answer this one, Jeffrey? The reason that the Buccaneers have the easiest schedule because the NBA needs the Lakers in the playoffs.
Thank you.
That's actually brilliant.
Thank you.
You're right.
Thank you.
888-368-1580. Hefty Lefty says, yeah, it wasn't even a good tape. It was more footage of Ray J than her. What an amateur production that was. He's like, I watched that over and over and over.
Mediocre.
I was offended. Senior Wake and Bake says, hey, Phil, glad to hear your comments. You're so smart and knowledgeable. Crap, I can't do it. Go to hell, Phil.
Wow.
Thank you.
Cards will be 8-8. Colts will be 8-8. Broncos will be 6-10. Well,
I think it is the most hurtful.
I don't think.
I think I speak on behalf of all of us. And F you, Senior Wake and Bake.
Wow.
Mr. Wilbur says, Humphrey Dumphrey had a great fall. Good Cat says, man, I sure hope after that cheese, the station isn't investigated for creating biological weapons. Yeah, my wife was not too happy when I said I was going to weaponize Phil. I seriously will. And Phil, with his lactose intolerance, and it's almost instantaneous. If the Daily Blender is ever up for some sort of award, and even if it's just 1580 the Fanatic is up for some sort of an award, we'll all go. We'll have our tuxedos on.
Oh yeah.
And the minute we lose, if we lose, then Randy and I will get up and leave. Phil will sit there and just start eating cheese curds. He'll just start eating cheese blocks of Limburger, anything he can get in him, and then he'll just. it'll just
maybe that good
oh.
blue cheese. You get a real good chunk of blue cheese
What
going.
hits you the fastest?
Huh?
What hits me the fastest? You know what I love is I used to love blocks of cheese and just grate it.
And so
just eating
grated blue cheese.
So here's Phil sitting at the table by himself because Randy and I have left. He's got a cheese grater. He's just smiling. You're like, what the hell is that guy doing over there? That's just
at
weird.
the loser table.
And nobody wants to even talk to him. He's just grating the cheese. And they're like, did we get a cheese grater at our table? I didn't see a cheese grater. That's it. Oh my God. And then people start running out screaming.
And here's the thing. It is neither silent, but it is deadly.
Yeah, there will be casualties.
And then it's over.
You'll just hear from
Oh my
nether
God.
regions of me.
We just lost the entire Bonneville table. And it was like he had no conscience at all. He just sat there and he kept eating cheese after cheese after cheese.
You'll just hear at the bottom, third hour.
Thank God the iHeart guys were by the door, but half of them didn't make it either. Why? Why would this happen?
Third hour.
Yes, you're damn right I'll weaponize Phil. You're damn right I will. All right, so back to the NFL stuff. Remember when they drafted Najee Harris to the Steelers? I thought it was a good pick. I thought it was a good idea.
That was one of the best marriages you found.
Turns out there's a lot more to Najee Harris than anybody even really could understand. He says, they're going to use me all over the place, not just as a running back. They said they're going to line me up wide. Stuff like what I did in college. They're going to utilize me in the running back thing. Also a passing running back. He said they're going to put me in the slot.
Wait a
They're
minute.
going to all the way out to the X position.
See, now here's a problem I have.
What's that?
The hell is this rookie doing? Telling everybody how the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to use him.
Well, he's a rookie, and I'm sure that Will I Am is going to say, "Hey, man."
Yeah.
Don't tell them what we're
going
doing.
on here. Hey, Najee, listen to me, man. You're a rookie in the NFL. You cannot be sharing the top secret information with everybody.
Bill Belichick records everybody's practice, so it's okay.
Yeah, what are you talking about, Randy? Whenever people ask out on the streets and they're saying, hey, how does the Fanatic use you? And I'm like, listen, Randy and Jeffrey, this is how they're going to use me on the show today. And I'm just, here's what we do.
No.
Here's the schedule, rundown, lay down. I give them all I can.
There's no secret about how we do these things.
No.
Pretty,
there is no secret about
There's
this.
no strategy.
I don't know
what
why
we do clearly.
But why is Najee Harris opening up and spouting forth like a damn water fountain?
He's young and dumb and just full of bad ideas. You thought I was going to say something else. Happy Lefty says Mo Ansari would be shaking his head disappointingly at another table nearby, I think. What? Fish Tank says, man, I wouldn't be telling anyone how I was used in college. Well, you wouldn't. Navy Brad says, listen, if you weaponize Phil, what branch of the military will take him? Well, it's the Daily Blender.
Definitely the Navy.
It's my personal guard right there. But listen, do we leave him a gas mask?
Yeah. Well,
I think he's immune to his own, right?
I was going to say he was probably immune.
It's got like a little tinge, a little flavor to it, but I'm pretty used to it.
Oh, good heavens.
You just have to promise me, no matter what happens, you just keep grating the cheese
And
constantly,
smiling.
even as you're like getting and smiling and it's evil.
Even if I'm full, I'm still going to grade that cheese. I'm going to go to other
Nice.
tables and make sure I grab some bread. Whatever I can grade, I'm going to
Nice.
grade.
Okay.
So Antonio Brown, I guess, got his knee scoped, and he's not officially signed up with the Buccaneers yet.
I thought that was a done deal.
Well, he had said that they had come to terms, but Bruce Arians says, listen, no, he's got to pass the physical. He's going to have a scope on Tuesday. He's getting his knee cleaned out. And he's like, everything will work out fine. He's been a model citizen. We do want him back. And we wanted him back. He's never had a surgery in his life. So it's just a matter of got to get the physical done. And but we wanted him back the whole time. It's funny how much Bruce Arians is saying that now.
Yeah.
It used to be, don't want him, don't need him. Then Tommy's like, yes, we do. We do want him. We do need him. And he's like, all right, fine. We do want him. We do need him. And then after the Super Bowl and here's the thing. Did you guys see what I saw? Anytime you threw a ball to Antonio Brown, he caught it. Anytime he was in a situation, he was effective. The true Antonio Brown player, he's still an asshat. He still does stupid crap.
Yeah.
But the true Antonio Brown player, he's still there. And he was used in limited fashion. And sometimes I think that was strategic. and he was effective whenever they needed him. So now they can start to treat him like a real member of the team because he's passed that year-long Bruce Arians test. And I think you're going to see great things from him in the coming season, as long as two things happen. One, the surgery is successful, and two, he doesn't do something stupid.
Yeah,
or the lawsuit. He's got a lawsuit with the guy. Remember that truck driver that was trying to deliver some stuff to him, and he beat the hell out of him, and it was an ugly scene. As long as that goes, without incident, the NFL doesn't, suspend or something, and he should be okay.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, I'm glad to see that he's finally kind of got things turned around. It seems like, and he's staying out of all that ridiculousness that he was a part of before. So. And scoping the knee is just a small procedure. I have no doubt he's going to be on this roster.
I get my knee scoped every morning before I get into the office.
Ooh.
I don't think that's what that means.
No.
Ukalamak says, who the hell wants to see Kim Kardashian naked? Hey, Randy. Hey, Radio Pal.
What's going on?
Whoever would dare think or want that.
Hefty Lefty says, put him in the Space Force. Then he'd have nowhere to run. But see, you can't smell Phil in space, so that doesn't work.
If anything, I could propel myself back to Earth.
Actually, you might be better than an ion drive, just and then light speed.
Cheaper too. Just got to feed me cheese.
Good Cat says weaponized Phil will be taken and used by Space Force for sure. He says I got kicked out of a cooking society. Yeah, a secret cooking society. He says I spilled the beans.
Wow,
that's up there for worst pun of the day. I think I still lead, but.
That was so bad. I just can't.
You got to recover, Jeffrey.
I can't. It's hard.
We've got 45 minutes left in the show. You've got to recover. It's okay. Pick yourself up.
So Antonio Brown and the lawsuit, dude sued him for $30,000. Yeah, pay the man $30,000. Settle that thing and be done.
Can I write a check? Here, I'm going to give you 35 just because I like it.
Yeah, you beat the hell out of the truck driver. You damaged his truck. Pretty sure he deserves more than 30. So if all he's asking you is for 30, pay the man.
Pay the man in cash.
Pay the man.
Pay the man.
Pay the man needs money.
And send him to dinner, and then just be done with that.
Yeah,
send him to dinner.
Hey,
go to Fogo de Chao.
Here's a $30,000. Here's a gift card. Get the hell off my lawn. And now let's get back to business. Navy Brad says, Jeffrey, Randy, it was great meeting the both of you. Thanks for the T-shirt and stuff. Yeah, you're welcome, Navy Brad.
Yeah, thank you.
Mike McCarthy, speaking of guys who've had surgeries and stuff, I guess Dak Prescott is ready to go.
Oh, I thought you were saying Mike McCarthy had surgery. I was like, what kind of massage did he have in the off hours?
Now he's Melissa McCarthy, and she's Mike McCarthy, as you know, is the amazing Garrett 2.0. Kind of a crap coach on a fairly good team. Anyway, it says Dak Prescott is feeling great, doing great. He's going to do most things in training camp, going to be full go, ready to do that. He even says, hey, he's ready to play right now. Prescott says, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Okay.
And well, it should be because it was almost a full year. October 11th is when he had that gruesome injury. So Dak Prescott, baby got Dak, is ready to go out there and make you proud once again. He's a good guy. I hope that I hope it does go well for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we move on, do you have this in your binder of NFL goodies? Did you see that Derek Jeter is selling his house in Ponte Vedra?
What does that have to do with the NFL?
Well, that means Tom Brady is going to be homeless. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Brady is going to be homeless.
No. Tom Brady moved out like a year and a half ago, and they bought a new house. They stopped renting from Derek Jeter because he kept showing up on the lawn. And they're like, that's weird. We're out of here.
Speaking of the New York Yankees.
Well,
and by the way, they're going to make a remember how they did The Last Dance for old Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Well, those same producers are like, we want to do The Last Jeter. We're going to do some sort of documentary. I think they're going to call it The Last Jeter.
I don't think so.
And no, seriously, they're going to do a documentary, Last Dance style about him.
No, yeah, but not The Last Jeter.
I think that's a perfect name for it. Last Jeter.
Tip your cap.
Last Jeter.
Yeah. Last Jeter.
Hat tip.
And whatever the case, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares about Derek Jeter.
I think
Nobody
I
cares.
think a couple people care, Jeffrey.
Yeah, I think
Who wants to see a documentary about Derek Jeter?
all the
Raise
people,
your hand.
all the people that voted for him to make the Hall of Fame.
Unanimous first ballot. Hall of
Wow. Let's get a bunch of nerdy writers together. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
All right, let's ask the super fans. Raise your hand. Well, that won't work. Text in if
Yeah.
you
What if
tell
they're
me,
driving?
do you or do you not care? Would you would you or would you not? This is starting to sound like I'm trying to put together a legal brief here. Would you agree? All right, so the question is, text it in. No, don't text in the question. The question that I'm asking is,
We need to go to break.
do you want to see a stupid documentary about Derek Jeter, a la Last Dance style?
Jeffrey, I think you're leading the witness
Okay.
with that question.
All right. Do you want to see an amazingly stupid documentary about
close.
Derek Jeter?
So close.
You
Wow.
know what I'm asking you, okay?
Okay.
Do you want to see a Last Dance version of a Derek Jeter story?
Okay.
I do not.
All right.
Do you,
Do I? Yeah. I would watch it. Yeah.
Phil?
I'll tell you right after this break.
What if I told you nobody cares? It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Panera favorites are hot and ready to serve for dinner. Taste our creamy mac and cheese served in a crispy bread bowl. Or the classic bacon turkey Bravo featuring our signature sauce. How about our new mouthwatering Chipotle chicken and bacon flatbread pizza? These and other favorites are waiting for you. Order dinner tonight for delivery or pickup, only at Panera. Availability and pricing may vary.
Sorry to interrupt your jams, murder mystery podcasts, or motivational beach noises, but we got something else you might like to hear. It's called cash. That's the sound of an extra $250 after your first 10 deliveries with Uber Eats. That's right, an extra $250 on top of all the other cash you'll make during those first 10 deliveries. If that sounds good, visit t.uber.com/extra 250. Uber Eats, deliver with us. Limited time offer, terms apply. See t.uber.com/extra 250 for more details.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at ProCopy. For over 20 years, ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share ProCopy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, you can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at the Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The ProCopy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602-PROCOPY. That's 602-776-2679.
It's weird to hear a spot for Harmon Solar when it's cloudy or rainy out, right? That doesn't happen very often here in Phoenix, does it? We get over 300 days of sunshine every year. And those other days, well, even then, your solar panels are pulling every last dime they can out of that sun. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. These are people you can trust. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
The Tampa Bay Bucks, Super Bowl 55. Super Bowl 55 is in the history books, but we aren't kicking up our feet and waiting. The 2021 season has begun.
And there's already been a lot of action.
Because the NFL never takes a nap.
Free agency, pro days, hirings and firings, the draft, training camp, and more.
We will keep you in the know with all the news, insights, and analysis.
Football is always in season here.
Your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56.
1580 and 99.3.
The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. So before the break, I asked the question, do you even care about a stupid documentary about Derek Jeter?
You're just saying that because you hate the Yankees.
I hate the Yankees.
Yeah.
But I just also, I don't find anything about Derek Jeter interesting. I mean, he was a notorious poon hound. He bags lots of ladies back in the day, and he played for
even in that, the rumor is that he would leave a very nice
expensive
parting gift for the ladies as they departed his residence.
And here's Rusty to tell you what you've won. Oh, that's right. You'll be going home doing the walk of shame, but you'll be doing the walk of shame in style.
No, I understand.
With this gift certificate to Payless Shoe Store.
No, I understand it was very expensive, very nice, and he would also arrange to have a car.
Oh, okay. That's nice of him. Yeah, sure.
Even in his promiscuity, he was still a classy dude.
Ukulamak says only if the documentary includes the J-Lo sex tape.
He didn't.
He was with J-Lo too.
He didn't have J-Lo.
Wow.
No.
Jessica Alba, Jessica Biel,
A lot of Jessicas.
Adriana Lima,
Mm-hmm.
Jessica Simpson, I believe.
Another Jessica.
No, I don't think he had Jessica Simpson.
Gabrielle Union.
So
Bridget Hall.
Does D Wade know that?
Jordana Brewster.
Punky Brewster.
Yeah. Scarlett Johansson.
Really?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
you say that with so much vigor, like
come on.
Wow.
Come on.
This guy's a stud.
Come on, man.
I have no interest in a Derek Jeter documentary. Let's see what the super fans think.
Mariah Carey.
Wow.
She will always be my baby.
She cray. Large Marge says, hey, if you got a gift basket, that means you care. Fed Fan says, no on the Jeter. Man Bear Pig says, yeah, I want to see the Jeter documentary.
Yeah.
Killer Rabbit says, Derek Jeter, over.
Oh, stop
Rated.
it. Stop it. Stop
Over.
it. So disrespectful.
Rated. By the way, Killer Rabbit is going to the neighbor's 8th grade graduation dinner.
All right.
What? Okay, listen, I thought it was dumb when I was in 8th grade and we had a graduation. It's like, what are you handing me this piece of paper for? I'm going to 9th grade. We're not even leaving this campus because when I went to school, you didn't go to high school till it was 10th grade. So it's like, why are we doing this? This is stupid.
Wait, Jeffrey, I've got a real valid question that I need lifetime experience off of.
Okay.
All right, so I've got a lot of friends who are graduating college.
Don't believe you, but go ahead.
Okay. Undergraduates, bachelors, whatever. But they know that they're either getting master's degree or doctorate's degrees.
Yeah.
Am I obligated to go and be like, when I'm saying, oh, okay, so you're done with school? No, I still got my master's and doctorates. Am I still, when they're like, am I obligated to get them a gift or like go to and celebrate this as if this is the biggest accomplishment in all of
gift?
history?
Hell no. Go, yeah, because you're a friend.
Party. Okay. Go be with them, celebrate with them. Gift? No. They're now at a position where, as doctors and lawyers and whatnots, that they should be buying you a gift.
Yeah.
Amen.
So Killer Rabbit says, Randy, pour me a fresh squeezed beer, please. And how about a go to hell Lakers?
Go to hell Lakers.
So I muted Jeffrey earlier.
Burning hell Lakers. Bruno Baller says, I'm listening live on 99.3 in stereo.
Wow.
He says, I would not be interested in a Derek Jeter documentary. No, thank you. So most of the people say no so far.
Oh, the ones that you're reading.
I'm reading all of them.
Okay,
Beer
yeah,
Bob
sure.
says it's going to be called The Captain. And yes, I do want to see it. And I hate the Yankees. I respect them, but oh, do I hate them.
What if it's a side-by-side documentary marking the comparisons and the similarities between Derek Jeter and the Captain and Tennille?
Can we shut off his mic? Can we shut off his mic? There's just a half hour left in the show.
I'm trying to figure out if I'm dreaming.
Okay. All right.
I just figured something would happen if it was a dream. Good Cat says, buying a smart car seems like a good idea until you hit a squirrel and flip over a few times.
Yeah.
How many whistles, he says, does it take to get banned for the entire day?
Well,
two for a super fan.
Jeffrey's working on one already.
Super fan is a segment. 2 is a segment.
Well, that's right. 3 is the day. 3 is the day.
3 is an hour.
Right.
And I think
4
is
the day.
I think 4 is the entire day.
Historian says, sure, have the Jeter special end as the ball bounces over his head, helping the Diamondbacks win the World Series in 2001.
Didn't bounce over his head. It was hit over his head. Weakly hit a weekly hit little number just over Jeter's head, and the Diamondbacks are going to win the World Series. The Diamondbacks win the World Series.
Damn straight they did. Jeff Van Gundy says, I'd rather see a Rodriguez documentary than Jeter, because then Rodriguez would give us more reasons to point out how much of a piece of crap he is. Yeah, it would be a more.
See, now that's one I don't care about, and that's unfortunate.
He says, by the way, Randy, it's my birthday. Pour one out for me, buddy.
Happy birthday!
Feliz cumpleaños, senor.
Yeah.
Uglamock says, oh, Phil has friends. He says, by the way, I'd watch any of those sex tapes. Just blot out Jeter, please. Navy Brad says, so the lady of the day that left Jeter's place, did he tell her to put the lotion in the basket?
No.
Put the lotion in the basket.
Whatever happened to put the lotion in the basket, too?
He died.
Remember that?
He died.
No.
Wait, what if Derek Jeter was?
Oh, no, a texter.
Yeah.
He's one of the guys that, people come and go.
Yeah. What if Derek Jeter's like the unknown CEO of Edible Arrangements?
Who cares?
I just think it's a good business decision.
He's the owner of the damn
anything to
Miami
do with
Marlins.
Yeah, Project Wolverine. How's that going for you?
Mr. Wilbur says, beat LA, beat LA, beat LA, beat LA. Should I repeat that? No. Fighting Wampa says, after that list of women you just read off, I'm definitely interested now in the Derek Jeter documentary.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't
As
think it's.
long
Thank you.
as it's nothing to do with his baseball career.
Yeah, I think it's all about his baseball career.
You know, if it wasn't, it'd be on MTV. Baker's Cocky Hen says, not sure why anybody would care about boring ass Derek Jeter, other than he put Tom Brady on the streets after he sold his house, treat Dom like one of his conquests.
I know. Can you believe
Do the
that?
walk of shame, Tom Brady.
Can
Do
you-
the walk of shame.
Can you believe that? Wow.
Actually, as a Colts fan, I kind of like that. Napa Bob says, it's impressive that Phil at 27 even knows about the Captain and Tennille.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Love will keep us together.
You guys better not mock that song. That
And
happens
I'm
to
a
be
solo act. By
that
the way.
happens to be Dale Hellestray's favorite tune.
Did Bruce know that before the?
I think Bruce does, and you guys better be careful because Dale often listens to this radio program, and if he hears you mocking his song, I have a feeling it will not go well with you.
If Dale actually listened to this radio show, I would not be standing here right now after what we said the other day. That's all I'm going to say.
He keeps asking me why I keep laughing every time I see him. All I can remember is the vest with the nipple ring.
Yeah.
That's all I can remember about that whole thing.
Dr. Maxter says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Crazy show as ever. Wonder if you guys are wearing masks anymore. My answers are as follow. One, no on the Jeter show. Two, I think we should weaponize Phil as follows. Have him cloned, and then you can strap multiple Phils to the underwings of F-35 jets as they train at Luke Air Force Base.
Okay.
That way we can take them overseas, and instead of smart bombs, we have genuine fart bombs.
Yeah.
Can you imagine me underneath of a thing?
I can. And it's a very,
Yeah.
yeah.
And in case we have to play Los Angeles, get Phil some seats behind the Lakers bench and turn him loose with the cheese right there in the fourth period.
There you go.
And they'll be in full Speedo attire.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you had me right till then. I was all about that.
Oh,
You're about
boy.
to get a paid trip to sit behind the bench.
Yeah.
We were going to get the money
Yeah.
and everything. And you had to say
Yeah,
that
Radio
thing.
Ron fund it. Yeah.
Right about the Speedo time, it was over. The dream just died. Way to go, Phil.
Wow.
Fed fan says, hey, Tom Brady, the house next to me is for sale. Buy it. I'm a great neighbor. I think it's probably not the zip code that he's looking to, but
Something a little more gated.
sure we could pass that along. Boomer Sooner says, hey, Jeffrey, I'm wondering, how's your diet going? Oh, I actually the other day went over to Valley Medical Weight Loss, and we're kind of tweaking the formula, I guess, on how I'm doing things. You know, I'm using some of the metabolism stuff, and we changed up a little something I'm doing there. And one of the other things I've admitted, I keep forgetting to take my vitamins. So I kind of messed up on the program. But even with that, I have lost weight. So even as badly as I have started off, it's working. So there's a lot of different ways of doing things with Valley Medical Weight Loss. They have lots of different packages and prices to fit anybody's needs. Some people don't like this kind of a supplement or that kind of a weight loss thing. Well, they can tailor it to you to make sure you're comfortable doing what you do. That way you have the most success. So yeah, it's going pretty good. And of course, now my wife is, she's, I can know that the food's more healthy now. Even it was healthy before. Now it's even I'm going to say worse.
So she's playing on this whole thing.
Yeah. And then she's like, oh, you're going to get on and do some cardio with me?
Yeah.
Well, with you. Yeah. But no, not in that room.
No.
So it's going all right. I just, I think going forward, I can do better.
Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But the great thing is you're seeing results. And that's the bottom line, seeing results. And that's how Valley Medical Weight Loss helps you out.
Yeah. And when I'm in there talking to them, I'm saying, okay, well, here's what does work. Here's what's not working. How can we do this? And they gave me a lot of great advice and some ideas on how to do stuff. And it's, I'd say it's going great. It's just not going as fast as maybe I would have liked, but I'm the reason, not them. I'm the reason it's not going fast. So once I think I get into my groove and I get disciplined with what I'm supposed to be doing, because that's the thing. You don't just show up and you suddenly lose weight.
Right.
You are part of that process.
Yeah.
So you have to be committed, and they're always committed, and they always have great ideas for you, and they talk you through stuff. And then when you go visit later, they weigh you. One thing I can really brag about, my blood pressure is perfect.
Well, that's great. That's fantastic.
I was surprised, to be honest. So, but yeah, I have lost the weight. It's just, I think I can do better. So, but yeah, I can't wait to see what kind of results I get with my new setup, the way I'm going to try things. So
excellent.
I'll let you guys know. 888-368-1580. Good Cat says, Muskrat Susie, Muskrat Sam, do the jitterbug out in Muskrat land. And they shimmy. Sam is so skinny.
Yeah, that's the Muskrat love song from the Captain and Tennille. Ask me how I know that.
How do you know that?
Because I was in Top 40 radio for years, and I played that song so much, I believe the record had to be replaced.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
Screaming Eagle says, kudos to you, Jeffrey, on the Valley Medical Weight Loss Program. Hey, listen, kudos to them and anybody else who's trying to lose weight. And I'll tell you what, everybody I know who's used Valley Medical Weight Loss has had success. So, and even me, even as badly as I've stumbled into it, even I'm having some success. And you guys can too. If you want to check it out, go to valleymedicalweightloss.com. And the website there, they got 3 Valley locations. And you don't even need an appointment. You just walk in there and fill out some stuff. They'll talk to you. You get to see a doctor, and they'll get you started on your way.
And if you mention you heard it on the Fanatic, or you heard it Jeffrey talking about it, first week's free, $31.95 saved in your pocket.
I know. I keep forgetting to say that.
Yeah.
First week is free if you mention 1580 the Fanatic.
I think I'm going to start up again now that I've got some things squared away. I think I'm going to start it up.
Yeah. Silly Wabbit says, this day in old timey history, Randy was in Top 40 radio.
Let's see. Was I 1976? What was I doing right now?
I don't think that's old timey. Silly Wabbit says, well, since you're at Valley Medical Weight Loss, why don't you join Summit Male Medical, and that'll help get you close to normal.
Wow. Sorry, Jeffrey.
I don't have any issues down there yet, but when I do, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to talk about it, and we're going to get that fixed. Screaming Eagle, thank you. And you know what? Let's do that now that we're thinking about it. How about we do this right now? Let's get this out of the way on time and everything. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1973, Secretariat, arguably the greatest racehorse of all time, made a bold move in the backstretch and thundered home ahead of Sham to win the Preakness Stakes by 2.5 lengths in 1 minute, 54 seconds, and 2/5. And the time was 2/5 of seconds off the track record. Secretariat win the first Triple Crown in 25 years a few weeks later at the Belmont Stakes on June 9th. While there were no steroids in Secretariat that day, he would later die in a hotel room in Vegas after a wild weekend of booze, women, and cocaine. He was 36.
Wow. There's no truth to the second half of that story.
Oh, prove it. Prove there's no truth.
Prove it.
You prove it.
You prove it.
I just did.
No.
I read it out loud with my mouth.
Liar.
It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. It's true.
Designer face masks, DIY haircuts. In a world full of things you never thought possible, here's one more. Now you can get the same high-quality insurance from Allstate, but at a new low rate. Drivers who switched and saved averaged $718. With Allstate, you can lower your rates, not your expectations. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
Reported average annual savings when switching auto by new customers surveyed who saved with Allstate in 2019. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Not available in every state. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Sorry to interrupt your jams, murder mystery podcasts, or motivational beach noises, but we got something else you might like to hear. It's called cash. That's the sound of an extra $250 after your first 10 deliveries with Uber Eats. That's right, an extra $250 on top of all the other cash you'll make during those first 10 deliveries. If that sounds good, visit t.uber.com/extra 250. Uber Eats, deliver with us. Limited time offer, terms apply. See t.uber.com/extra 250 for more details.
Contractors, are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go. Serving all types of contractors of any size, licensed in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit CBIalliance.com.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
Steve Jurich here. After working in financial services for over 20 years, I finally confirmed what investors really want, including me. And it's simple. All they're asking for is 20% annual return with no risk at 100% liquidity. Here's the problem. A money market is safe and liquid, but offers almost zero yield. Mutual funds and ETFs are liquid with upside potential, but aren't safe. A carefully selected next generation index annuity through IQ Wealth may offer 10% ample liquidity, principal protection, and a lifetime income yield potentially double to triple that of quality bonds. By yielding more income using fewer dollars, our system allocates more money for you for capital growth. It's a winning combination.
Call leading annuity authority Steve Jurich now, 480-902-3333. Guarantees rely on the claims paying ability of the insurer, so compare with Steve, 480-902-3333. Call Steve now.
The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Speaking of Arizona, we got some good news about Arizona the other day.
Is it cooling down?
No, nothing like that. The people at Zippia, I guess, they just ranked all the 50 states from grossest to least gross, and we are the 9th least gross state. There are 41 states ahead of us that are way grosser than we are.
Okay.
I was actually surprised by that because
Gross. What is the criteria for being a gross state?
right, you would think the rattlesnakes and scorpions and stuff like that might push us into a growth zone, but no, the rankings are based on 5 things: air quality, what percentage of the state's area is used as landfill, flu rates, percentage of people searching Google for mayonnaise recipes, and how many people wear Crocs.
People searching for mayonnaise and wearing Crocs?
Right. So the Zippia
That cannot be part of that survey.
I'm not even making this up. It's true. Done by the people at Zippia.
No. That's a Jeffreyism if I ever.
It's not a Jeffreyism. People at Zippia. You go look it up yourself. But based on that criteria, the 10 grossest states are Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, all the Carolinas, Pennsylvania, Texas, New Jersey, Connecticut, Georgia, Delaware, New York. Arizona is all the way down there at 41. So, the least gross state, Alaska.
No kidding.
Then Montana, then Nebraska, Idaho, Maine, and all that. So I'm just saying it's nice that we are only ranked 41 and we're not like gross.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, it could always be worse.
Phil, do you own a pair of Crocs?
I used to, but no.
Yeah, Chief wears Crocs too.
Yeah, well, Chief's he's a different animal. Mm-hmm. He gets up really early. He works really hard. He plays golf in a men's club.
Are they really as comfortable as everybody says they are?
They're warm. When they're warm, they're warm.
Yeah, who wants to have hot feet in Arizona, though?
Well, I've already got.
Just not everything, Phil. Does everything have to be that? What?
It must. It's in my contract.
Has it been a while for you? Because we've seen this before on this show. We've seen this before.
We have. It's raising its ugly head again.
Yeah, it's
wait,
getting
with
kind of
who?
obvious.
With who?
The Eric Cohen went on a dry stretch that would make the Dust Bowl era seem like nothing. And I can tell you are in a dry spell yourself, sir.
Boy.
Because like everything I say, you're trying to turn it as sexual. I don't even know if you realize you're doing it.
I'm not trying.
Not everything, Phil. Not everything. Good Cat says, Randy, I just spent 2 hours in 100-degree heat raking a ton of
man.
leaves. Boy, I could use a frozen tropical drink, he wasn't saying that.
Oh, yes, he is.
All right, he was saying that. You didn't know he was saying that.
Aha!
Random texture says, Jeffrey, don't let it get out too much that Phil likes to wear Speedos. That'll push Arizona back in the top 20 as the grossest state.
That's true. That's true.
Well, right now, Speedo plus lactose intolerance, that is the grossest part of the entire country right now in that control room.
It's not a chocolate rain, but it's chocolate river down there.
Jeff Van Gundy says, of course, Chief wears Crocs. Of course he does. Napa Bob says, ditto to all that. If it's based on Speedos worn per capita, we'd be second place.
Yeah.
Lou the Legend says, Florida, numero uno.
Yeah, that's got to be
Gross.
number one.
Wow.
That's how you know this Zippia thing is stupid, because Florida wasn't even in the top 10. Bruno Baller says Secretariat did have a Hollywood career. He was known as Mr. Ed. A lot of people don't know that.
Wow.
That's where he met the hookers.
Is that where he got hooked on the cocaine?
I think so. Fed Fan says, I own Crocs and I love them. Well, you are a gal, and I guess that's okay.
Yeah.
Even that is, it's bad taste.
You're the legendary Fed fan. You can do what you want.
She says, by the way, you assume I live in a bad part of town? No, what I meant by Tom Brady not wanting to live in that zip code, he plays for a team in Florida. So he likes to live in the area where his team is. Fed Fan. This is not about your amazing estate.
I think you're making wild assumptions.
No, it's actually the truth. When he played,
We don't even know where he
played
plays.
for the Patriots, he lived in Gillette Stadium. Navy Brad says,
True story.
I actually have an LP of Captain and Tennille.
Do you?
Wow.
You have a turntable still.
How amazing that is. No wonder you picked Pat Benatar in your classic Rock Friday.
It wasn't that he picked Pat Benatar. It was the song he picked.
Yeah. Yeah, he was in the Navy, so I figured they'd be doing. He was like, "We got to have Berlin. Take my breath away." Didn't you see Top Gun? Oh, I got to sneeze now. I might have to sneeze.
So if you're in the Navy, it's required listening. Kenny Loggins, Danger Zone, and Berlin, Take My Breath Away. Is that what you're saying?
Uh-huh.
What about Jerry Lee Lewis, Great Balls of Fire? That was also in Top Gun.
Oh yeah, I think there's a whole playlist
It's like
right there.
Oh yeah, I mean you could go through the whole soundtrack by Harold Faltermeyer and come up with a playlist for any aircraft carrier anywhere. Yeah.
And then that
This is
music
like
at
an
the beginning.
episode of
Remember the music
Seinfeld.
at the beginning?
Yeah.
And everybody was walking in slow motion.
Oh yeah.
And I remember sitting there in the theater. I was 16. And that started up. I even said this. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a long movie." He'll turn around, like looked at me. I'm like, "Everything in slow motion."
Still one of my favorite movies of all time.
That's why
Still one of my favorites.
It was pretty good.
Michael Bay was sitting in the audience watching and saying, "Hey."
Not enough stuff blew up in that movie.
No.
Fighting Wampa says, after that list of women, I read that one. Yeah, I'm having a problem with my system. It's not marking stuff red.
Go watch Summit Medical Male.
Where are we at here? Where are we at here? Skull says, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. That sentence has every letter of the alphabet. So with that sentence, you can spell out week 2, Kyler Murray and the Cardinals will fall a little short of the Vikings. Well done, Skull. Screaming Eagle says, as always, you guys are hilarious. I'll catch you later. I think he just gave us the Isaac fingers.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yep.
Good Cat says, speaking of Classic Rock Friday, do we know when our picks are going to be played? No, you don't. That's the beauty of it. I ain't telling you. Suck on that.
Could it be on Friday?
Well, those are generally the day. Yes.
Unless you forget, then it becomes Thursday and Friday.
Generally, I'll email you and say, "Hey, guess what, buddy? We're using your songs this week,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so hang in there, good cat. Your time will come around."
Yeah.
Fed fan says Pat Benatar is awesome. You probably hate the band Heart too. I don't dislike Benatar, and Heart was more classic rock. I feel than Pat Benatar. So no, you got me wrong, Fed
How
fan.
do
It's just
I get you alone? No, it wasn't. That was every bit just like running with the shadows of the night. I mean, that whole era, they had those big, grandiose ballad type of songs.
well, they
But
had in the past. Heart had some more classic
But
rock
then
type stuff.
they broke out with some Barracuda,
Right.
and broke all the stereotypes. Yeah.
Yeah. So Pat Benatar versus Heart. Oh, Heart wins every day.
Hey, oh, by the way, if you get a chance, look up the Heart doing a tribute to Led Zeppelin at the Lincoln Center Awards. They do with John Bonham's son. They do what is it? Stairway to Heaven. Absolutely killed it.
At this part, here you got the Lincoln Center, right? And you got Heart on stage.
Yeah.
And there's some engineers nervous about the stage, and you got so the crowd for that show, you hear they're like, is there feedback coming off that guitar amp? No, it's all the hearing aids in the audience.
Oh,
That's what's going on here at the Lincoln
boy.
Center. Baker's Cocky Hen says Tom Brady plays in a foreign area.
Florida is a foreign area.
It was funny because we're like, Texas, no, you can't secede, but Florida. Yeah.
On the other hand,
Yeah, we'd be all right with that. Just go on. Let's try it out.
We can like chisel that part of the country out, right? Like,
Yeah, just if they can get that big ass boat out of the Suez Canal, we can find a way to shove the Florida Peninsula off into the Atlantic a little farther.
Before we
New
do that,
Cuba.
can I please go and see the Johnson Space Center and all that before? We
just
get
have
rid
that
of it?
moved like over to
I want to go there,
someplace
and
else.
see it and tour it. There's so much of my history there.
All right,
Yeah.
just let me know when you do it.
All right.
Navy Brad says, I got a great pic of a Tomcat launching from a carrier. My
Oh,
ship was
wow.
very close to that carrier.
No kidding.
Boomer Sooner says, this kind of feels like a Friday show. It's not Friday, is it? Oh crap! Is it Friday?
We
No,
can
you're
help.
good. You're
We
good.
can only hope.
It is not. It is not Friday. Large Marsh says, "We want the GD Lakers. Damn it, bring it on!" Yeah.
GD Lakers.
Well,
Yeah.
Large Marge is a filthy
Oh.
filth like you, Phil.
Yeah.
He's editing himself, but Large Marge, I guess he's saying, as a Suns fan, we want the Lakers. Bring them on. Part of me feels that way, but I will not root for them tonight. But part of me actually does like the idea of the Suns playing the Lakers in the playoffs.
That way we all get what we wanted. The matchup, the King Kong versus the Gecko Lizard.
You ain't getting much on that. Bruno Baller says, is there any music considered classic rock that was released post 1979?
Oh, yeah.
Technically, you have to say that, but then here's the way we do the criteria. Classic gives you what? Is that 20 years? Classic would be 20 years.
Yeah.
But the rock part, that's the thing, has to be rock.
Yeah.
So, not pop. Has to be classic rock. So we might end up editing some of your guys' lists.
Well, Lady Gaga works, right? Because she fits within the
0%.
No.
Man Bear Pig says, thank God Seattle has an easy week one opponent. I was worried for a little bit. Thought our season was going to start out facing like somebody like a top class quarterback or something.
Wow.
You're not going to get an argument out of me, Man Bear Pig. I get what you're saying. You think the Colts are just going to roll over and suck, but I really feel pretty good about that game as long as Frank Reich is right and Carson Wentz plays as advertised. If he doesn't, you are right, and I'm going to have a very long, horrible season. So you can crow all you want. I ain't going to play that game because I honestly have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah, they released some promo shots today of Carson Wentz in full uniform.
Big
practicing
deal. I
today.
don't care. I wasn't thrilled when I saw Phil Rivers. Yeah.
If it was Tom Brady, you'd already have the calendar plastered in your house.
Ookla Mock says, didn't Ann Wilson actually eat John Bonham?
Could be.
Yeah, I think that's how he died.
Yeah.
Navy Brad says, Lakers suck. Bruno Baller says, so then Def Leppard would be considered classic rock.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Hitting the Nut says, I just got off work and I'm ready for that fourth hour. Let's go. No. Good Cat says, if the Lakers are King Kong, then Booker is going to say, King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
Mm.
Yeah, but that guy,
I like it.
But Denzel Washington's character loses in that movie. So
More than loses.
yeah, I'm just saying. Baker's Cocky Hen says, beat them Lakers now, like when the Suns beat Kobe year after year in the first round when the Lakers were always a 7th or 8th seed. That's right. We got to kick KC's butt week 1, baby. Bring on Patrick Mahomes. There's a lot going on in the text there that I'm not sure.
Yeah, we were crossing over sports boundaries there.
Are you texting in from an alternate reality? Or
I think he hit a bullseye, but it might have been from the 3rd row over.
I want to visit where he is.
Yeah.
Large Marge says, think about it. If the Suns don't beat the Lakers, third wheel become even more annoying. No.
Oh, he's talking about me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. I'm with you. I'm tracking. Okay.
The minute that happens, like before the game is even over, I'll be here wiring things up where I have a button.
Yeah.
just to
just
to shut off his microphone.
I can hear it. The minute that happens, the next day, we're already going to next season. What are you doing for me next season? I got it. I'm keeping track. I'm keeping tabs.
Phil thinks he'll be here. Boomer Sooner says, hey guys, is it windy in the studio? It's blowing up pretty good here in Anthem. Yeah, I can see the
it's windy in these studio
trees
walls.
blowing around. Well, they're windy in the control room because lactose intolerant in there just had him some cheese pizza. 888-368-1580. I guess we're kind of out of time. We don't have time to spin the wheel of sports.
Oh, we can't spin. No spin.
Why?
This is a no spin zone.
Wrong
No
show.
spin zone?
Wrong show. This is not us.
I thought he was fired.
Multiple times.
Okay.
Well, they fired old Bill O'Reilly.
Oh, that happened
Yeah,
several
years
times.
ago.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's sitting at home going, oh, yeah, I'm sitting at home, but there's Tucker Carlson. Great. Oh, yeah, whatever.
I'm going to go write another book.
It'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
Forget it. I'll do it live. All right. For those of you who don't want to see the carnage, the Diamondbacks play the Dodgers. Oh, Jesus, that's more carnage. Forget I said anything. Save yourself and watch the Warriors and the Lakers play in that play-in tournament.
Yeah.
Suns are in the actual playoffs, where winners go. But
We'll see you soon.
Just going to hope for I just hope for you to hurt.
So you determined that you do want the Lakers to win today.
I do and I don't. I'm both. I am Schrodinger's cat. I am both alive and dead in that box.
Randy, do you want them to win or lose?
I don't care. I'm just glad the Suns are in the playoffs. I don't care who we face.
Yeah.
See you guys tomorrow.
Well, everybody have a great night, and I guess we'll see what happens. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Introducing the most highly anticipated handheld device to date. Superior design with interactive smart display, 7 personalized smart modes, and AI technology the world has never seen.